August 13th. And we first have then the roll call, please.
Commissioner Adams.
Present.
Commissioner David.
Here.
Commissioner Campbell. Commissioner Campbell actually is sick today, so she is going to be coming in next month for the HCC meeting. Commissioner Bales.
Here.
Commissioner Burke.
Here.
Commissioner Allen. Commissioner Clark.
Here.
All right, we have a quorum.
Okay. And then the agenda. Are there any changes, Paul, in the agenda as presented?
Yes, we do have one item change, and that is going to be, yeah, that is going to be F. So that's HDC 25-27. That's for 76 Oneida. The applicant is indicating that she can't attend the meeting today, so she would like to attend the meeting in September. So we need a motion on tabling that one.
Okay.
Motion to table.
Is support? Yes. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Any abstention, and the reason why. Thank you. Go ahead, Paul. So our agenda is good as presented?
Yep, it is.
Okay. Then the minutes for our last month, July 9th. You've had the chance to look at it, or we'll give you a few minutes if you just have had that opportunity. And then I would look for a motion.
I move to approve the minutes from last month's meeting.
Okay. Thank you. Is there support for that motion? Did I hear anything?
I second.
Is that good? Yes. Okay. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Any abstentions? Okay. Presentations that you would have, Paul. Anything that you'd want to do today?
Not really. I mean, we're going to talk about the staff approvals at the end, and then we're going to talk about one case that may be in front of HDC. I just need well, actually, I take that back. It's one case that was already in front of HDC, but we need a read on it. So that I'll talk about that at the end of the meeting, if you don't mind.
Okay. That's fine. We do give the opportunity for public comment in advance with a 3-minute overview. But when presentations are made, then each applicant does have that opportunity to respond to Paul's presentation. So is there any public comments just at the front end of this meeting with a 3-minute overview? Okay, Paul, we're okay? Mm-hmm. Okay, you ready to then
Yep.
start? Yes,
Yep.
please.
So the first one is HCC application 25-002. The address is 583 North Perry Road. This is a window request. You saw this roughly 3 months ago under the old window guidelines, and now, of course, we have the new window guidelines into effect now. I did provide you all with the window guidelines, so you can peruse them while I speak or when the applicant does address you. So the property is located right here on Perry Street. This is Glenwood. This is another indication of where it is in the location. So it was built in 1920. It's a 2-story New England colonial style stucco structure with a rear 1-story bump out. The dwelling is in marginal condition, having boarded windows, and if the commission recalls, the commission approved new porch decking, the railings, and the new roof, as well as some gutters. So with this one, the applicant proposes the following: remove 4 windows on the Perry facade to insert new semi-divided windows on that facade. Repair the remaining vinyl windows. So this is a picture of the house, and as you can see, we have some boarded areas in front of the vinyl windows. So the house is composed of all vinyl windows. The only item that the applicant did relative to the windows is he removed 2 vinyl windows here and put in 1 double hung vinyl window. So that's the only alteration that the applicant actually did to the existing vinyl windows in the house. So National Park Service standards. These are the Pontiac HCC guidelines. So the applicant proposes again to replace 4 vinyl windows on the Perry facade to be replaced with 4 Pella Lifestyle Series semi-divided light windows with mullions. And actually, I'll point those out in 1 second. The applicant did bring in a sample. And the remainder of the windows will be, he'll be repairing the vinyl windows. And the only item in relation to the window example is the fact that the windows that were removed, the original windows, they were 6/6, whereas the applicant now is requesting 6/1. Now, 6/6 is roughly the standard in the GM Modern Housing District. However, there are several houses that do have 6/1s. In fact, there's one house that you reviewed under the old guidelines, that being 28 Oliver, and that's where the commission did approve a 6/1 because 6/1s were in the house. So I did want to point that out, that 6/1s are not an anomaly. They can be found in the district, but 6/6s were on the house originally. These are the GM Modern Housing replacement guidelines for windows. So there you go. So staff recommends approval to insert, we said 6/6 configuration because obviously staff has to stick with the guidelines, whereas the commission, you can review our guidelines but make your own determination on that. And repair the existing vinyl windows. Or based on the new window guidelines, page 2 at the bottom, if the house already has all the original windows removed from the dwelling, okay, that the applicant did not remove, then you do have the purview to approve the replacement of those vinyl windows with new replacement vinyl windows that match what is in the house. But it does say you may. In other words, you don't have to. That's your determination, okay? But I did want to point that out that, the applicant did not take out any of the windows except for 2, and there were 2 vinyl windows, not original windows. The original windows went away quite a long time ago. But you do have the purview now, based on our window guidelines, to review vinyl window replacement. And these are the motions.
Sure enough. Any questions of Paul of his recommendation? We do give the opportunity for the applicant to make any comments, and if they have the contractor with them, that's good too. So you would introduce yourself and go to the podium if you would. Oh.
We are going to show you. So this is the window that the applicant's proposing on the Perry frontage, okay, so before. Like I said, the remainder he's saying, repair the vinyl.
It's vinyl clad over wood?
This is aluminum and wood inside. So it's a wood window with
Right.
aluminum cladding,
So it's
semi-divided.
aluminum clad on the outside?
Yep, and wood semi-divided, of course, on the inside. So roughly, it's a wood window on the outside.
Vinyl clad.
So, yeah. It's a lovely window.
Yeah. Thank you. Any comments you want to make at the podium?
What's that?
At the podium, please.
You want to go up there?
Introduce yourself if you would.
I just want to know if you guys approve this, I would replace the other ones with new ones. The way they are, the other ones, just put a new one that's easier than fixing them. And obviously it makes sense to put new ones because they say even cheaper to put new ones than fixing those they are there.
You're
So-
saying you would replace all your windows with what you presented here tonight?
Not with those, but 4 of them with those. I was thinking in front, like a couple houses down, they have the same thing. Pella windows 4 in front, and the rest of them, they're vinyl.
Okay.
And
Yeah, thank you. Any questions of the applicant?
Do you know how long the windows have been in there, the existing vinyl windows? Not really?
I really don't know. It's been old and the house been in fire, so that's why it's harder to fix those windows because there's some windows burnt, so it's impossible to fix.
Yeah,
In the bottom corner of the glass, there's actually a date.
I never,
If you really want to know.
Yeah.
When they were put in, but there is a date in there at the bottom.
I think it's been forever, like 30 years, probably more.
yeah, I did if I may interject, yeah, I did a Google search, Street View, and yeah, I mean, I think it went back to at least 2010. There were vinyl windows, so yeah.
So they've been in there about 15 years,
Okay.
Okay.
pretty much.
So that's pretty much, that's all I got to say, nothing else.
I was just curious.
Yes. Paul did mention it, but I think for people that are watching on TV or here, we follow guidelines from the Department of Interior and also from the city of Pontiac. And so he's giving both of the standards based on that. And then part of carving out his recommendation is based on our guidelines that we have to follow. Do I hear a sense of where you want to go, Commission, on this?
I'm good to make a motion unless anybody else has something to say.
Okay,
The
so,
gentleman down there is from the, that's
okay.
your district, isn't it? That's your neighborhood?
Yes, it is. So actually, I'm on Omar, that's up on Perry.
Oh, okay.
you're comfortable with what his presentation is? You're comfortable with what he's saying?
Yes, I am.
Okay, thank you. So, Jen, you started making a motion,
Yeah.
please.
I move to approve the issuance of the certificate of appropriateness for this request based on the Secretary of Interior Standards 2, 5, 6, and 9 for the installation of the 4 double-hung wood windows with the semi-divided light grills in a 6/1 configuration within the dwelling and the repair of the remaining vinyl windows in the dwelling.
The motion, is there a second to that motion?
I'll second it.
Okay, Rachel, second. Any further discussion on the motion as presented? All in favor indicate by saying, oh, pardon me.
Just a little discussion.
Okay, please.
Discussion item. The applicant is proposing, instead of repairing the vinyl windows, that he gets approval for replacement. And the rationale being it'll be easier and less costly to replace. And he described a fire that had to have melted vinyl windows. So I do want to make sure that he has the ability to replace the windows instead of repairing.
So in other words, what you're doing is you're going from you're taking a note from page 2, which says that if all original windows have been removed from the dwelling, that's when the HCC does have that purview to decide if those new vinyl windows can be inserted. That's what you're saying? Okay, all right.
Do you
It says
understand?
if all original vinyl windows have been removed from the dwelling, the HCC may approve modern windows that match the modern replacement units. Okay.
Okay, okay. So we've had our motion that everything has been, that we're ready for a vote,
Could
unless
we,
there's further comment.
One short comment, if you will. If you can replace the rest of the windows in the house, can you try and use the same window? A suggestion. You don't have to, but I'm suggesting it because it will make the house look considerably better than the type of vinyl windows that are in there now. Suggestion.
Well, those are costly, like $26,000. And if I go vinyl, I'll save some money. That's the deal here. Otherwise, if I have to, I have to. No other way around. But
I'm just suggesting it.
Sure.
That's all. If you can.
Okay. All in favor of the motion as presented indicate by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed,
Aye.
nay. Any abstentions? Okay, you're off. You understand, and I think the other people in the room we have 5 wonderful historic districts, and we want to follow the guidelines as best we can. So we're very serious about our role. We have people here who are contractors, architects, all this on this committee. So we have some quality folks making some decisions on behalf of the city. But again, we value these 5 historic districts, and that's my point of view. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Paul?
Early next week, okay?
Have a great day. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
So this is HTC 25-034. Address is 169 Chippewa, door and fence replacement. So this is the property on Chippewa, roughly south or north of Manitou. Again, a better location. So the property was built in 1951. Again, it's located in Seminole Hills, and it consists of a 1.5-story aluminum-clad dwelling, and this would be considered a non-contributing structure in the historic district.
And define that for people here,
Sure.
non-contributing.
Non-contributing means a structure that was constructed outside of the period of, well, what does HDC say? It's period of construction for the district. So roughly Seminole Hills was built from roughly I think it was platted around 1918 or so. Building started in the 20s, and then roughly the Depression started, and so roughly in the 40s or so. But I will say that there are some 1960s style houses in Seminole Hills that are contributing because they're major colonial as well as split level type houses. So some of the 1960s style houses, are contributing just based on the fact that they're high end. And they have contributing factors. But in this case, this is just a lovely colonial, bungalow-style house in the district. But yeah, it's non-contributing. So the applicant seeks certificate of appropriateness to install a new front door and a fence on the south property line. So on the left is a picture of the house. It's a nice house, new roof, well kept. So now this is the door in question, that being the front door. So this is not the original front door. It is a replacement front door. I think the applicant's actually in the audience, and he indicated to me roughly the 1990s. It was probably put in, or 1980s, I think. Yeah. So now what I wanted to show you is the types of doors that one would find in a 1950s style house. So this is very common. But as you can see, this is common also, that being the half-domed. And of course, it's similar to what he has on the house right now. So these are the National Park Service standards. These are the guidelines from the Pontiac HDC. So this is what the applicant wants to do. He wants to remove this door and insert this door. So the only difference is the fact that there's no, let's say, mullions or the sunlight type rays in the new half dome window of the door. So the request to install a front entry door with a half moon light at its top is consistent with standard 6. If the door meets the following parameters: the door has a wood grain pattern, the door has recessed panels, no exposed trim shall be located around the half moon upper light. To comply with this criteria, the door should at a minimum try to mimic the basic design features of a 1950s Cape Cod bungalow style house. And this is a fence. So the applicant wishes to erect a new fence roughly on this portion of the property line with, I believe this is 173 Chippewa? 175, thank you. And roughly when you get down to it, HTC staff is fine with the new fence. It's very common to have a fence in any residential district, as long as it complies with the height and the location standards of the zoning ordinance.
And just repeat, what is the height standard that we?
Sure. Generally, it's 6 foot high to the rear and the sides, as long as it's an interior lot. And in the front, one can only establish a 3 foot high picket fence. And the applicant's only looking to provide the fence on the side yard from roughly here to here on this common property line with 175. And again, we're fine with the fence. Now, when it comes to the door, I mean, that's where we have to be. HCC staff has to be strict about National Park Service standards for door replacement. The only anomaly, of course, is the fact that the original door. Here we go. The original door, roughly right here, it would not have that large lip around the actual window itself. What it would be, it would be the window. It would be recessed in to the light, that being the window. It would go up, then it'd be recessed out to the top. So it wouldn't have that lip. So that's what I have to stick with when it comes to the National Park Service standards. So I did want to point that out. But when you get down to it, the applicant really is just replacing like for like. Okay?
Okay.
So I'll go back to my recommendation here. And those are the sample motions.
And you're recommending approval, you're saying?
We're recommending approval for the fence, and we're recommending approval for the door if he can comply with those 3 standards that, or suggestions that I have up there based on the National Park Service.
Okay, thank you very much, Paul.
Yep.
Any questions of Paul from the commission? Okay, we give the opportunity, as always, for the applicant and the contractor, if they so desire, to come to the podium to make any further comments. If you go to the podium, please.
This is my neighbor next door.
Oh, that's,
He's gonna share the fence.
oh, that's good.
I don't know if you wanted him to come up, but I'm Sam Andrews at 169 Chippewa Road, and we plan to put up a fence. Myself, Mr. Clayton's over here. He's at 175, and I think you've already approved that part of it. The door, like I say, is not the original door. What we plan to do is to try to come as close as possible to comply with that.
Okay, all right.
And as possible, I believe we can add those inserts in the middle of it.
Sir, I'm not following you talking to Paul. If you would talk in the microphone, please.
Okay. So we plan to comply as close as we can with your standards with the door, since you've already approved the fence.
Okay, thank you. Any questions of the applicant? Okay, then, any questions? No. Among the commission, any thoughts about what you've heard first about the fence? And the neighbors here, that's always a good sign that the neighbor is aligned with it. And then in terms of the door, and you understand the change that has to be made, yeah. Oh, do you care to make a comment, sir?
The only thing I'd like to add about the fence is that the existing fence, which part of it was taken out, it was a chain link fence.
Okay.
And what Mr. Andrews is proposing is a wood fence.
Right.
So, to me, it'd be an improvement.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, so,
Regarding the door,
yes, please.
the glass in the top of the replacement door that you're proposing, is that insulated glass, an insulated glass unit? Most likely it is.
Yeah, I have to double check on it, but I believe it
Okay.
is. I believe it
Because
is.
the raised molding that you see around it, that Paul is saying the standards say that doesn't comply,
Yeah.
it's kind of necessary when you use an insulated glass unit, and it's more just for everybody's knowledge, because that insulated glass unit is actually two pieces of glass with an airspace, so the whole unit is thicker, and it's important to ensure that there's enough material holding it in the door, so when the door is slammed, the glass doesn't fall out.
But isn't that mostly cosmetic, the parts, most of it?
You would think the molding is cosmetic, but in a steel or a fiberglass door with an insulated glass, or even a wood door, if it's 1 3/4 thick, it's necessary, it's structural.
Functional.
So even though it doesn't comply, I don't think we can ask him to remove that molding.
Further comments?
Yeah, just quick question. There's a storm door on the front of it, or no?
There is a storm door in front,
And are you putting the storm door back
Yes.
on?
back on,
Okay.
okay?
It's a nice storm door.
I looked over the pictures of your original, or the door that you're replacing, and it looks like it has on the steel a plastic molding that melted.
Yes.
There's heat that builds up in that
And you know
storm
why
door.
heat builds up? Because of the storm door.
Right.
In the summer,
Yeah,
the other door will be able to lower the window down to allow the heat to get out too.
okay. Oh, good. Excellent. I
that's
was
one
going to
of those
recommend,
main-
put a vent in, even though it seems contradictory, you're going to want somewhere for that heat to escape.
Yes, exactly. That's why.
Perfect.
Okay, it sounds like the
It's gonna be a
questions have
better
been
door.
asked and answered. So I'm looking for a motion on behalf of the commission.
Commissioner Bales, I move to approve the issuance of certificate of appropriateness for this request based on the Secretary of Interior Standard 2, 5, 6, and 9 to approve the installation of a replacement door that fit the character of the Cape Cod Revival style dwelling and location of a 6-foot-high fence on portions of the south property line.
Is there support for that?
Did you want to add the lip too? Because that actually is for no lip. So you're going along with the lip or no lip around the window?
With the lip,
Okay.
accepting the lip around the
All right.
the half-moon window.
And was there support? Okay, yeah. Okay. So we have the motion. Any further questions among the commissioners themselves? Okay, all in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Any abstentions? Okay, so you're off and running. Now, Paul, what is their next step with you?
Sure. I'll be providing you with my certificate of appropriateness early next week. So if you want to come in the opportunity on Monday, I can.
Is there? Okay. Okay.
All right, so this is HDC 25-037. This is 460 Harper Street, roof replacement. So this is located within the GM Modern Housing Historic District, and as you can see, the property is right here at Gage. So Harper and Gage, that would be what, the northeast corner. Better aerial of it, you can see the roof pattern. There's a small porch right there, and there's a small one-story bump off out to the rear of the property of the house. So the property roughly was built in 1920. Again, it's in the GM Modern Housing Historic District. And it roughly consists of a 2-story prairie-style dwelling with a slate roof on parts of the dwelling, clad in stucco on its first floor and cedar shakes on the second floor. The dwelling is in marginal condition right now. So this is a picture of the dwelling. What I want to point out is this is the slate. This is asphalt shingles. So at one time, the slate was removed from the porch, and asphalt shingles were put on the front porch roof. So this is some pictures that the applicants or the homeowner's contractor sent to me, and he'll be addressing the condition of the roof after I'm done with my presentation. So this is the dimensional asphalt shingle that they want to put on the roof, the main roof of the house, as well as the porch roof. And for the rear bump out, currently there's a membrane type material on that roof, and really what they want to do is they want to swap that out with new membrane. So this is the alterations which I just went over regarding the bump out, the porch roof, and the main roof for the dwelling. These are National Park Service standards, and then these are the Pontiac guidelines. So this is, of course, is the Pontiac Historic District roof criteria. So roughly repair of existing roof, replace with like, same material, same matching configuration, but when damaged beyond repair, replace with synthetic shingles or other materials that closely resemble the original, the appearance of the original material, color, thickness, so forth and so on. And so with this one, especially for our historic slate roofs in the city of Pontiac, you know, the ordinance is very reticent to approve the removal of slate roofs unless the commission can obtain information from the homeowner or the contractor that indicates that the roof is beyond repair and needs to be replaced. If the commission feels that the roof can be repaired, that's where, you know, the applicant would then be advised to purchase new slate tiles and then, you know, insert them in the areas that can be repaired. But again, you're going to have to make that determination if the roof is beyond repair or is it replaceable based on obviously your site visit to the house, and as well as the the contractor that is representing the homeowner. And that ends my presentation.
Commission, any questions of Paul? Applicants, are you here?
Yes.
Okay, well, you are. Yes, sir.
I got pictures. I went on the roof to take more pictures. I didn't get them all.
The house is currently unoccupied. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. And do you have any sense of when it was last occupied?
No, the homeowner, actually, I was trying to get her here, but she had an emergency. She'd been gone for like a week.
You're
and a
the
half.
contractor?
Yeah, I'm the contractor. Okay. So I actually went on the roof. I was taking lower pictures from my higher ladder. Actually, I had the wrong address at first. I thought it was shingles. But when I went back and took pictures to see the cracked slate, to see the moss and the algae up under the shingles on one side, it's all algaed out where we couldn't even walk on it.
Before you continue, if you would just introduce yourself. So
I'm
in the
Derek Guilford,
minutes
JCA Enterprise Construction.
Did you get that, Paul? Yeah, okay, please, okay.
So I went and inspected the roof on the edges, around the roof, cracked slate, the gutter, not the gutter, but the chimney area, flashing, cracked slates, all the hips. Didn't have any caps. The nails have popped up where the moss and algae has got up under the slate over the years and has raised the slate where she do have leaks in the house. And I was able to print out the attic, but she has rotten boards that, the house is leaking on the inside from the entire roof. So she was looking to replace it.
The plans to make this a rental?
I don't know.
You
think it's
have
her.
no idea as contractor?
No.
Okay. Any questions of the yes, further comments you wish to make?
I was just saying, I think she's living there.
She's living there again. Wow.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Okay. Questions of the contractor, please.
Yeah, I got one. Is there gaps in the one-by that's underneath the shingles?
No, it's tight board.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay, and you're going to go right over that?
Yes, well, I'm going to replace any rotten that we see, take it out, and I will be doing it with a cedar board, 2x6, 1x6.
1x6, yeah. Gotcha.
Further questions of the contractor? Again, just beyond this, I think, am I correct that the GM people, when they were originally there, through payroll deduction, they could buy these houses, which is an interesting kind of concept way back then. So it's a different day and time, isn't it? So any thoughts now? So we have a motion in front of us. We can go, I mean, we have three different choices as always: approval, denial, or table.
make a motion.
What is your pleasure?
I'll make a motion.
Please.
Based on the deterioration of the existing slate roof, I move to recommend approval to remove the existing roof material on the house to install the gray asphalt dimensional shingle Harvard slate on the dwelling and membrane roofing material on the rear bump-out roof.
Okay. Is there support for the motion as read?
Support.
Okay. Further questions? Okay, or further thoughts? Okay, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Any abstention, and the reason why? Okay. Sir, I think you're ready to, what is your next step then with Paul?
Permit.
Yeah, actually, I will be giving you your certificate early next week, and then after you get that, go get a permit, okay?
Okay, yes, sir.
Very good.
Appreciate you. Okay, thank you.
The house of light being lighter. Those didn't look salvageable either.
What?
The slate, it didn't look very salvageable
No,
either.
I agree with you totally.
So we would say, you can save anything, people might need it.
Need it, yeah.
All right, so we have, the next case is a 25-032. This is Casa del Rey, 111 Oneida. Alter portions of the building, and of course, this is the picture of the building actually a few weeks ago. And the building is under construction. If the commission remembers, the commission approved the removal of all the existing metal casement windows with, true divided lights, with new metal windows with semi-divided lights. So that's what the commission approved back there. So roughly a swap out for what was in the building, but that being semi-divided light. Okay. And the commission also approved new garage doors, but the applicant's actually going to be amending that and going to be asking you to review a new garage door for the structure. Now I'm gonna topically go over everything because the applicants here, both applicants are here, and of course you know them well. So you went on the tour with them. So they're going to be very. I'm going to be topical. They're going to be very detailed. Okay. So one, alter, repair a wrought iron fence wells, and I'll go there in a minute. Replace entrance and vehicular doors, or replace gutters, downspouts, add brick vents to building, roof replacement. Currently, right now, there's a majority of asphalt on the roof, so they want to remove that. I, as staff, couldn't, I didn't want to staff approve that because then we'd charge them $100 for that and then $200 for a review. That's why I packaged it all together, because we want to be, reticent that, or acknowledge the fact that we don't want to overcharge our residents. New light fixtures, poles, parking lot fencing, and add security panels. So roughly, again, this is Casa del Rey, roughly 1928, Spanish Revival, Mediterranean Revival building. Again, the commission approved window replacement and vehicle door replacement. This is the structure in question, so structure. Then this is the parking lot in back of the structure that's going to be used for the residents. And so this is the first one, building decorative wrought iron window fencing. So this is what we're talking about right here. Decorative fencing so that roughly people won't fall into the window wells. This is the original. This is a better picture of the original. And really what the applicant's stating is what they'd like to do is remove all of the original and replace with this aluminum fencing material, okay? They're trying to match it, but obviously the new material is a little bit higher. But obviously we have to stick with the National Park Service guidelines, which indicate that we would recommend repair of all wrought iron, or if it can't be repaired, then new wrought iron is put in that matches the existing feature. So these are the doors. So what they want to do is replace the door on Oneida as a mimic to the existing door that's actually removed that's inside the building. They want to put a new door in on the Algonquin side, which they're going to sort of explain to you what they're going to do there. Now, when it comes to the new vehicular doors, this is really what they're doing, which is very similar to what was there. Probably a replacement door put in the 50s or so. But they also want to have 3 of the vehicle bays converted to double doors, okay? So those are the door requests there. And obviously, we're always saying mimic, so I won't delve into that too much. The applicant will be addressing this. So gutters and downspouts, really what they want to do is they want to repair most of them, and we're saying if they repair, that's fantastic. If they want to replace, it has to be the same material, same location, same design. And they do want to paint the gutters black. Now, they look like the gutters are copper. We really can't recommend painting copper. But the applicant will discuss the actual material of the downspouts. The other item is they want to put in these metal brick vents on portions of the exterior facade to, inhibit moisture buildup in the building. And this is really where they want to put them. So they're roughly here, here, and here. This is the Algonquin side. And then they want to put it right here on the Oneida side. So they are on the street frontage, but they're as small as the individual brick units, and they're at a lower scale on the building facade. Roof replacement. So roughly, if they want to replace the existing asphalt shingles with new asphalt shingles, we don't have an issue with that. They're complying with the guidelines. The only thing is that if they want to replace any of the existing terracotta material on the structure, that there are some elements of that, that's where we'd recommend that they would stick with new terracotta material. So lighting. Roughly what they want to do is they want to put 3 Acorn type light fixtures, 2 here on the Oneida side, 1 on the Algonquin side. And these are pretty well mimicking lights from the 1920s or 30s or, early 40s. So, they're fine. Then what they want to do is they're actually going to be expanding their parking lot. So they want to utilize these modern type lamp posts over here and here. And then they're going to be actually establishing modern light fixtures on existing DTE poles. Roughly, let me go right there and right there. So we're roughly fine with all of that. I mean, they're trying to conform to Acorn type lighting nearer the structure, which is great because when people walk up, they see near historic lighting. But when it comes to the utilitarian areas back here, I spoke with a colleague in Detroit, and they indicated to me that there's no issue with putting modern lighting within a parking lot. So fencing, really easy here. What they really want to do is they have existing chain link fencing. They just want to continue it over here and over here. And roughly the big takeaway with fencing is that if the original or historic fencing is on site, we as staff cannot recommend that removal. However, in this case, there's no historic fencing on site. So if the applicant wishes to go along with chain link, well, how can we say no? Because they're not replacing any historic fencing. They're trying to be consistent with the existing fencing around the parking lot area. And so what they want to do is put security panels on both entrances on the Algonquin side and on the Oneida side. And Renita, I believe you can put any on the rear of the building? Okay, so they're going to be putting some on the rear of the building. Now, on large multifamily type buildings like this, this is common. So as long as it's subdued, which this is, then we as staff can go along with that. So this is something that's not in your package, but what we wanted to do, the applicant actually wanted to bring this up. So these are the Vegas on a lot of the facades of Casa del Rey. And really what they want to do is they either want to repair them or replace them. And if they do want to replace them, that's where we have to stick with the National Park Service standards, which is if you're going to replace them, you have to mimic the look, material, and the location. But the applicant's going to be addressing that too in a few minutes. National Park Service recommendations. Well, I sort of went through them all, so I'm going to stop right there and I'm going to give it to the applicant so that they can address the commission.
Sure. Thank you, Paul. That was a lot of things.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm going to grab the examples.
Renita, did you just want me to go back to the original portion and just go step by step? It's up to you. Oh, no, it's up to you, really. Don't bother me. Okay.
Well, since they're right here, yes, please. Again, introduce yourself. We've met you before, but yeah, introduce yourselves in your role here.
I am Gregory Coleman.
Ronita Coleman.
We are the developers of 111 Oneida. The first thing that we wanted to talk about tonight were the iron fences or safety fences around the garden level of 111 Oneida. So as you can see, the existing fences are iron or wrought iron. They are decayed, paint has chipped off, they are rusted. What we're proposing this evening is to go with aluminum. It is a lot lighter. However, it will last longer, being that it won't rust. The goal was to paint it black so that it mimics and looks the same as the wrought iron fence that is there today. So we were looking for your approval if we could go along with the aluminum fencing.
So, Commission, any questions about the fencing, about these themselves? We'll go each one, and I'd like to have people ask questions.
And I'd like to just add a couple of things. So we found a fabricator that will take each wrought iron fence and replicate it, same spindles, same height, same, all dimensions the same. And not for sure, certain, but I was talking to a historian, and she said the material that we're proposing may have not been available back when the wrought iron fences were in place. And the new material has the technology that will allow it to last longer and be able to withstand and lower maintenance as well.
Thank you. Any questions about this particular thing about fencing?
Yeah, I just have a quick one, Paul. And with the new fence, that would meet current code, right, because of the height, since it's just a little bit taller?
Well, I'm sorry, the ones that we have here, they're not the exact same.
Okay.
What the fabricator and the general contractor is doing is cutting the old ones off and fabricating to exactly the same thing
Okay.
that they took off.
Okay, thank you.
Further questions on that particular one? Okay, next.
I did have one other comment regarding safety. Just loading the aluminum in my vehicle to bring it here, I poked myself a few times. They are very sharp. The ask for us from a safety perspective, would the commission approve rounding off or flattening the tips? I'm worried about children or lawn maintenance crews coming through and injuring themselves. They are very dangerous. If you run your fingers across them now, you will scratch or poke yourself. So it's a consideration, something I thought I would bring to the table.
He wants to dull point them.
I'm sorry?
He wants to dull point
Yeah.
the fence.
Yeah.
What you're asking is to dull point the replacement fence.
Correct.
Which is at ground level.
Correct.
Yes, yes,
Smart.
yes.
Yeah.
Very dangerous, but
Next? The next thing?
And we did send like a dull point picture of what that would look like to the commission. I think, Paul, you might have that from, excuse me, from a while back.
Okay.
to the lighting.
What is the next thing you wish to talk about?
Yes, for the doors on the left-hand side, they were basically are going to replicate that same door and put it on the exterior, both on the north side as well as the west side of the building.
Yeah, if we can keep the door and utilize the door that we still have and kind of rebuild it, we will rebuild it and use the same. If we cannot, we'll have a new door made to look exactly like what you're looking at, to keep it the same.
I'm assuming it's similar material. That door is walnut or oak, probably?
Yes.
And so you're going to do the same thing with a similar like material, wood door?
We would keep it the same.
So it'll look the same?
Look and feel, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And
Thank you. Next.
Well, it's another way.
to the right, so just a little bit of clarification. We found some opportunities because there's some foundational issues where the garage doors are. We're no longer going to utilize those as garage doors, but what you will see is like a faux garage door. Okay, so, and the double doors that you see, that would be an entrance to like a packaging room on the back, and you can sort of see it right to the right. And then the rear entrance would be to the left of that, if you see it there. The other thing is, part of the opportunities to the left, you would have 4 additional studio apartments. Yes. But they would have the faux garage door look on the back with an entry man door. So, any
Question?
questions?
And it looks like you're matching the look of the actual entry doors to give it the same raised. Is that
You're
is
talking
that
about the garage
accurate?
doors?
The garage door,
Yes,
right?
yes,
You're
yes,
gonna
yes, yes. It'll-
mimicking that
Correct,
look.
it will mimic that, yes.
I figured.
Next.
The
Oh, sorry.
2 doors to the right, those are just flat panel doors?
Yes, entry doors.
Fire doors, I'd imagine?
I'm sorry. Fire-rated doors, yes.
Fire-rated and
Yes.
for egress?
Yes.
And you guys can load material in and out of the building, but you're not going to be using it for cars anymore?
No, that will be almost like the main entrance for the tenants, because
Gotcha.
they will be coming from that rear parking lot.
Is there anything you can do with that door not to make it a flat panel door? All the other doors being so decorative, is there anything you can do with that flat panel door? Make it look a little more like the rest of the building?
I'm sure we could. We'll have to do some digging.
Yeah, we'll have to talk to the architect. And because it was on the back side of the building, we didn't know how concerned we would be with that. You know, we don't have the archways that we have in the front. So they would not look similar to it, but as far as how we can have some type of raised items that would complement the other doors, we would talk to the architect for that,
The
and the
raised
general
panels.
contractor.
Are you ready for the next discussion?
Yes.
Not quite, sorry, just for my own clarification, the faux garage doors, sorry, Commissioner Bales, the faux garage doors, they're not actual garage doors, they're just panels?
They're just panels,
Okay.
because there are going to be units there. So you'll have a garage door. It'd be a faux garage door, but it'd be a man door there as well.
In each of the units?
To the left of that middle door,
So the 4, was it the 4 to the left?
the 4 to the left.
The 4 to
On
the
the south-
left will
on the south
have
side.
man doors
Yes,
to enter the units?
correct.
And those man doors will be part of the faux facade or the faux garage panel?
Correct.
So they won't be smooth?
The doors?
Right, into
No,
the
the
four
doors-
units.
You would have a door frame,
Yep,
so you would just frame it out, but the rest of the garage faux would be there, but you would actually have a door that you would open and close for the units.
and so that drawing on the bottom right of a double entry door, that's just for the main entrance
To the right.
to the right?
That's the packaging room.
Okay.
Yes,
And then the small door to the left of that
is the man door.
is the man door?
Well,
Got
they're
it.
both man doors, but one is a double door for packages.
Got it,
And the
okay.
other one is a single man door.
And then, so again, just so I'm clear, 4 of those garage doors to the left of center will look like that one-man door?
You will have a man door inside of the faux garage door. Look, if
Do we
you,
have a picture of that to show? I don't think we have a picture of that, what you're asking. I see what you're
So the drawing is not showing the
the
4?
man door, it's showing the garage door, the faux garage door, but it's not showing a man door there.
Okay, are we clear on that as,
No.
I didn't
No,
see
I'm-
that.
I'm-
I didn't get that.
There's what, like 15 openings? I'm trying to count it from here. My eyes aren't that good, but it's like 15 or 16 openings
Yes,
in total.
correct.
Okay,
Well, it
so
used to
then
be.
the doors on the right, the double doors are going to go in how many of those openings?
The double door, there's only one double door. That's to
Okay.
the mail room.
And the rest of the doors, it looks like you're putting in 3 openings there with doors, correct?
So this is a main double door, and then this is an example of the 4. So this will look like this, and there's gonna be one here, one here, one here, one here. Okay.
Except the difference is, this has a side light on it because this is a main entry.
Right, okay.
These will just be like one door, it won't have a side light. It'll be an entry door to a unit. Does that make sense?
Yes, and then that single door will have this texture?
No.
No, okay. So that's gonna have a glass,
It's gonna be a steel door, it has to be fire rated.
got it.
Jim, are you clear? Do you have further questions on that? Or you come? I'm not.
Well, not really. I mean, the access for the units with the door placement, it's kind of cool. The double door would be nice if it had some type of raised panel on it. And the rest of the openings, you're filling in with those raised panels. It's a nice idea. But we really don't know what kind of a door you're going to put in there for the apartments. And we really don't have a drawing for the one with the side light.
So, the side light is there in the drawing. You talking about the middle door?
Well, the drawing you have is for a pair of double doors, correct?
These are double doors.
And that's the one on the bottom right.
This has a side light.
Do you have a better rendering of this that you could send to us?
Yeah, I don't-
Because that's a lot of doors.
Drawings that have been approved for that. But we can probably get those instructions from you.
Okay, because a single side light is kind of odd with the structure. It's sort of off balance, too.
Okay.
And then just the number of doors there, if they're all flat fire-rated doors, it's a lot of steel flat doors. That, I mean, I know how particular you've both been with this project, paying so careful attention to detail.
Yes.
And we want to help you make sure that this maintains the historic character, especially if you're considering this the main entrance for the residents.
Yes.
You want to reinforce how special the building is every time they come in.
Understood.
And coming through a flat steel fire-rated door isn't all that special.
Understood.
But there are things you can do with it, like Jim's suggesting panels. You might do something creative with some iron that kind of pulls from the Spanish Revival character of the building. We could get creative with it, and we could help more if we could see what you're proposing.
Understood.
I don't know how long a piece of string is, and I don't have a drawing of what those are going to look like. So I'm kind of at a loss.
Sure.
You know, and so if I had a visual of any kind, it would be easier for me to see what it's going to look like, you know?
Okay.
I have no idea.
So we need a drawing for the side light door, and it would be better if there's a side light on each side. a package door with raised panels instead of it being flat, and then the actual drawings for the man doors where the people enter.
The only doors that I have in question are the ones on the back, and what we're looking at currently are
Oh, yeah,
just,
that was all referencing the back.
yeah, it's just all on the back. I mean, we're looking at 2 flat panel doors. I don't think it does much for the building at all.
Sure.
And so I don't know what you're going to use in the other openings, but it would be nice if we had some kind of a drawing picture that we could make a better determination, to help you guys.
Beyond what it's mentioned, how time-sensitive are you on those back doors?
I think we have a little bit of time. The
You know, we meet
proposal for
we meet
the
monthly,
back units, the studio apartments in lieu of the garages, that hasn't come through yet for approval. So we have a little bit of a time.
Yeah, thank the commission. I think you raised
Yeah,
some
if we
good
can
questions.
see what the doors,
Yeah.
a sample of it, a picture or something of what you got, and it makes it much easier for us.
Okay.
Because, without a visual, I don't know.
Okay, the
We'll get
next,
that over. Oh, so the gutters and the downspouts, can you go to the picture that you showed of the purlins? I don't know if you all have been by the building recently, but you can see that the windows have been installed all the way around the building. And our, thank you. And our goal is to complement, right now, the gutters are green. They used to be copper, and they've tarnished over time. But the goal was to match the gutters and the downspouts with the same color of the windows. So that is the proposal.
That's a dark gray or black frame, whatever
black.
color they're
It's black.
calling. Yeah, it's
It's black.
black. Okay. And you can put box gutters up there? Do you have a style?
When you say box cut, it's going to be exactly the same as what you see there. It's going to be replicated of what's on the building. It's just going to be black.
And the downspouts fluted?
It's just the same as it's on the building. Yes, sir.
And we want to repair what we can and then replace what we have.
Salvage what you can, if you
Yes.
will, yeah.
further questions on this issue?
No, there were some that were missing, if I recall,
Yes.
especially on the back of the building. There
Oh,
were-
yeah.
I don't think there was
Yes.
anything left on.
But
there.
half
Okay.
of them are gone, really.
And
So
you're
next-
proposing
I'm
to,
sorry.
I'm sorry, you're proposing to paint the copper downspouts and gutters?
So we're proposing that we would replace,
What you need to replace, yeah.
What I
the
need to
things that are
re-
missing or can't be repaired, and then what's currently there that is salvageable, to paint it black?
Yes, to match the
Okay.
window.
Just making sure we're clear.
I think,
That's what the thing stated, that's what he stated.
So basically, the gutters all wind up being the same color.
they're going to be the
Yes.
same color. We're going to replicate what's there, and they're all going to be uniform, black.
Okay. Next,
Okay, so we're going to show you the example of the brick vent. So, yes, so as she gets the brick vent, the vent that she's going to show, they are needed for going along with the ventilation system that we're putting in the building right now, the new HVAC system. What they do is that they allow the moisture in the building to be dispersed so it doesn't penetrate the brick and cause rotting within the brick and salt residue on the outside of the brick. So it allows air to flow into the building and then moisture to flow out. And we want to utilize these vents, but paint them so that they match the building, so they're not just silver.
And this is the color palette, and this is kind of as close as we could get to painting these brick vents. And can you go to the next slide, Paul? And then you can see the locations where they'll be placed on the north and west side. So if you want, I don't know if you want to see. It's all right.
It looks like they're aluminum,
Yes.
yeah. And you're going to make them same color as the gutters or match the windows sort of thing? Is that the idea?
The brick.
You're good,
On the brick, so they're going to try to match as close to the brick as possible.
okay.
And these are the bricks.
gotcha. Okay. Further questions on this issue?
Yeah, are there weep holes in any of that masonry now?
No,
Really?
no. Because it used to be an old boiler system
Uh-huh.
in there. We've completely updated, there's no longer a boiler system. So the new HVAC system will require ventilation.
Well, between the brick exterior and the interior wall, that void is what you're going to vent with these.
Are these vents for weeping water behind the brick or for the mechanical system?
The mechanical system.
That's
Oh, big difference. They're pretty heavy duty.
Okay, further questions of the applicants on this question? Okay, are there other things then?
Yes, next, Paul. All right, roof replacement. Shingles. So we initially thought we would patch and repair the existing roof, but we actually have to take it all off and replace it. The carcata, is that how you say it, Paul? Terracotta, sorry. The terracotta on the sides, we have abundance of it left inside the building. So replacing that will be a one-for that's already there at the building. But those are the shingles that will go on the flat part of the roof that you won't even see. Any questions on that?
Lighting?
Lighting, so the lighting is coming from DTE, and these are sort of the stock lights that they have. So the ones at the top two that will be going around the parking lot, they will use the one in the middle that you see at the north side on the two corners. Those will go on existing poles that are already there by DTE. And then the other ones will go sort of inside the parking lot, but it's all for safety for the tenants and to keep the lighting and make sure everything is visible. And then the acorn lights will go on the west side. You have the walkway, so it'll be one on each side of the walkway, and then on the north side, you'll have one on one side of the walkway.
Are you using any lighting on the driveway on the south side of the building?
That will no longer be a driveway.
Oh,
That'll be grass area.
Questions on the lighting?
Yeah, Commissioner Bales, go ahead, Paul.
Just one point. So in your package, there is a picture of a sconce. And what staff is recommending, and we did speak to the applicants about this, is that any type of sconces on the structure would more or less mimic the look of a, Mediterranean Revival, Spanish Revival type light fixture. And they seem to agree with that. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth.
You're
So
fine. You're good.
they're going to be, I don't know if you have anything new in mind right now, or did you want to provide staff with that information and we can go along with it?
I think as we get closer, we'll see what's
Okay, so
in stock.
you may want to make a determination if you feel staff can approve the light, so.
those three antique lights that you're putting out in the front, do they have sconces of similar style?
Those are through DTE, so they may.
Okay.
We haven't,
It might make
Yes.
it simpler, right? I mean, you
Yes.
got three nice decorative lights. They might make a sconce that matches that.
yeah.
You know, it
That's a
might
good
make it
idea. That's a good
huh?
idea.
Not the right style. Those streetlights, they're good for streetlights, but I wouldn't put it on the building. They're not really the same.
Three
style.
in the front on the pole, the antique lights?
It's a different look.
Okay.
It works for streetscape. You'll see it, if you saw a picture of it up close.
Yeah, I don't,
Yeah.
yeah. We're kind of lacking photos. I don't,
So
you know what I mean?
applicants, are there further, yes, please.
While we're talking about the exterior lighting on the building, I noticed that there was a ceiling-mounted fixture on the porch on the front, on the Oneida side. I just wanted to bring that up and say if you can coordinate the exterior sconces with that light, that would be ideal.
Okay, the ceiling mounted fixture that was on the porch.
I believe it's a box cut light near the front of the main door on Oneida.
In the pictures, there's just the electrical box showing, so it's gone.
Do you have the picture of the ceiling mounted?
I was looking online because that building is so photographed.
Okay,
And
okay.
looking at pictures of it from older pictures and then more recent pictures. And the light fixture appears to be gone unless somebody put something else up there.
You're right, yeah, it
Okay.
is gone, yeah.
Right, no, I knew it wasn't. Okay. I made note of it. Thank you.
So before we vote,
Sorry,
oh,
can
if
I add
further
one more
questions?
thing, just regarding the parking lot lighting? And I'm very grateful for more, lighting in our neighborhood. It's, it goes a long way for safety and for just general neighborhood vibes, for the lack of a better term.
Sure.
But I do kind of take issue with the sort of default DTE, like, I've worked with DTE, I kind of understand how they operate. Like, is there any way we can push for a parking lot light that could also be put in a Walmart? Like, I really feel like these aren't doing the building justice. I understand you're expanding the parking lot as well, so these are gonna come up to the sidewalk, it looks like, on the north side. And so, yeah, I just take issue with it in terms of the style. I just don't think it goes with, the heart of the building, right? You guys have put so much time and energy into this. Again, very grateful for that. I just don't want that lighting to, like, make it look like a neon Walmart parking lot,
Okay. So more period correct lighting, similar to maybe like the Acorn style lighting.
Yeah, I think the Acorn style starts to lean in the right direction. I'm an advocate for, less light pollution in our skies, and so, like, down lighting is preferred, obviously. And so, yeah, I just don't know what DTE can offer that is more period correct, but a little pushback on them to say, like, hey, we want something a little bit more appropriate.
Greg, any
Yeah.
further comments based on his?
Yeah, the center picture, that center light, second one, down from the top, it's the same light that's in the street out in front of my house. It's an LED light. Yeah, and they're, I don't know if they do much for the architecture of the building, really.
Yeah, I think that point. Now, so I think you got the drift of what we're saying here.
Yes.
Now, could you just recap for us, just a reminder, how many units that are going there, your clientele? I mean, as part of the commission here, we're excited about downtown 28 Saginaw, the tall bank building, and then yours as just beyond residential that we can put our arms around. So kind of just share a bit about that.
So from the unit perspective, right now we're designing it for 50 units. But there is a proposal that, again, we're taking back to our lenders to make it 54 units as opposed to just 50. Did you want to speak to the clientele?
It's not market rate, right?
That's correct.
And so your clientele would be,
Would be in the 80% AMI, in between 60 and 80% AMI.
yeah,
And so that's middle income,
middle income.
middle
Yeah.
class.
And your investment here is approximately what?
The investment, it started off, total investment, $15.5 million. It's growing to about $18 million now.
How much?
18.
18 million.
Yeah, we run into some unforeseen things that have been pretty costly.
And one was the degradation of the cement of the foundation of the building.
And what percentage are you completed now, and when is your date that you think you can have it completed by?
We're on schedule. Thank God. We're on schedule for April 2026. Several of the trades inside are on or ahead of schedule as of right now. What percentage would you say of completion? 25%
You're
complete.
25. But April of next year, you'll have it ready to rock and roll.
Everything, yes, is on schedule. That's fine.
Okay. So, we forgot about that. So, Paul, are we ready to, we have just this one, right?
There's fence in this, fencing.
Oh, fencing, sorry, we don't have all of them done yet, okay.
So like Paul said, currently there's chain link fence all around the parking lot. We were going to extend the north side of that parking lot and just continue that chain link fence on around the corner.
No questions about fencing, okay, then about this security, it was a security gizmo? Is that the official name of it?
It's called a Butterfly MX, and it's for access to get inside the building. The other perk that has is a 180-degree camera, so it helps with security as well.
The entrance and for these 54 rooms or whatever, it'll be done by what? It'll be more than a key, it'll be, how will they do it?
Oh, yes, a key fob.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
It's not a mechanical lock system, it's electronic.
Yeah, we're hopeful that we will have, just in case somebody lose their fob, we will have access with a hard key, but we don't want to pass hard keys out. It'll be a fob with a lock system that can be accessible when needed.
What about a power outage? What happens?
Backup batteries.
It's backups, battery backups.
Will there be a residential manager in-house?
So there will be a residential in-house person part-time. And then we also have potential other developments that manager will split its time.
Back and forth. Okay, thank you. Well, Paul, are we ready to look at what you have in mind for us?
Sure. Did you want to just break this up based on each request? That might be a little bit
It's
easier.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let me.
Okay. And I wasn't sure what you want us to do. You're going to offer the three options every time?
Well, with the,
How do you want to do this, folks?
if you just want to set a motion for I'm sorry, go right ahead.
Okay, so what are you saying, Jen?
Okay, so first motion, I move to approve the wrought iron window wells with the new material and the blunt tip for safety purposes, painted black.
Second.
Second, okay. Any further questions? Okay, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Just one question.
Aye.
So my assumption is the fencing would be the same height of the existing fencing, or would it be higher?
They stated that it was going to be made to replicate the
Oh, very good.
existing
All right,
thing.
thank you.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, sorry.
Okay,
Yep.
okay, yes, it was voted for, okay?
Yes.
Next,
Can you go to the next picture? Just to make it easier. Thank you. Yes. And I'm going to do, if we can, I'm going to break this one up into two parts, if everybody's okay to
Okay,
approve the
sure.
actual rounded doors, and then we'll give it. So I move to approve the repair and/or replacement of the existing arch doors on Oneida and Algonquin to mimic the look and feel of the original doors. And then, I'll do that. And then table the lower garage door until we get the different drawings.
are we clear on that motion, two areas on it?
I second
Is there
that.
support that? You support it, okay. All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Any abstentions? Next,
I move to approve repair of the existing gutters and downspouts and replacement of missing gutters and downspout to mimic the look of the original with all gutters and downspouts being painted black.
Well, that's a mouthful, but that's right. Is there support for that motion as presented?
Support.
Okay, support. Yeah, yeah, okay. Any further questions? All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay? Any nay?
Just one, just
Okay,
me.
okay. Yeah, do you want to register your concern?
The Y is just painting copper that has that beautiful green patina is
Yeah, yeah,
difficult.
yeah. Okay, thank you, thank you. Sorry, I missed that. Next,
Okay. I move to approve the removal of the bricks as designated and insert the metal vents painted to match the brick in the designated areas for the mechanical.
okay. Is there, Jim said the second. Any further questions? Okay, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay? Any abstentions? Okay, next.
I move to support the replacement of the asphalt shingles and swapping out of any of the missing terracotta shingles that are terracotta roof tiles that exist.
Okay. Second, Jim, second. Any further questions? All in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, nay? Any abstentions? And lighting, okay, now that, are we clear about our lighting, where we wanted to be, that debate? Are we where we want to be on this?
Here, I'm going to do parts again.
Okay.
So I move to support the installation of the acorn-type lights in the designated areas, the three designated areas.
Okay,
First one.
okay. Any further questions? All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay? Any abstentions? Okay, and then the second part?
And then, I don't know if you guys are okay. I would, on the light pole, the parking lot lights to address. My proposal would be, I just want to run it by you guys before I say it, is that we try to do something that is more in keeping with the architectural style of the building if possible.
Yeah.
And allow for staff approval
Yeah.
of that.
Okay. Yeah.
If you guys are
And
okay
staff
with
approval.
that kind of a
Okay,
motion.
sure.
Are you okay?
I had one clarifying question.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Further questions on that? Are we clear?
No, we've got, yeah.
One clarifying question. Is that within the portfolio of DTE? Because they are the ones installing and gave us the proposal.
But Jim, downtown in city of Pontiac, they have historic
Yeah,
lights.
the historic lighting that they put downtown Pontiac is supplied by DTE. It's a GE fixture, they're LED, yada, yada, yada. And they're more in keeping with the building, to
Think
be
about
honest with you. And if you take a look at them, it might be of some help to you. I think the LED lighting that you're talking about for the parking lot, it might as well be a grade school. I mean, that's just commercial lighting like a normal street level. The one on top is actually for a sidewalk. The one on the bottom is for a road. Just FYI. I myself would be uncomfortable with either of those top two lights.
Okay.
And there are alternatives, you probably just haven't seen them yet.
And there are existing lights in the
Yeah,
parking lot.
right, exactly, yeah. It's kind of a collage over the years, you know?
Yeah.
And you're doing a nice job at the front.
Yeah.
If we can continue that kind of accent in the back would make it really quite nice, you know?
I talked to someone in the city, Public Works, about getting a globe. I mean, I think they bought the globes, the city themselves, and maybe the other. So there are people there at the Public Works in the city of Pontiac that could give you some idea of what happened downtown.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So where were we
Just,
with the motion?
Commissioner Burke, could you repeat your motion?
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, so did we approve the acorn? Right?
Yes.
So this one, what I would say is, I move that we allow the applicant to work with staff for approval on the parking lot lights to more properly align with the historic nature of the building and what's available through DTE. And then if there's not anything through DTE, then maybe you'd have to come back if you can't find something with Paul.
Okay. Is there support for the motion as presented?
I support that.
Okay.
Commissioner
Any further questions? Okay. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
Nay.
Okay, nay.
Why?
Why?
They're not architecturally correct for the building. And to leave it to staff to decide, based on our motion, she would like to let staff approve the lighting, I don't think is the right thing to do.
Okay, okay.
They want staff to approve it, not us.
That's your concern? the
Yes.
state. Okay,
I'd like to see them.
okay. Yeah. Okay.
And then the last thing, oh, no, we've got, there's the
else?
other light,
Yeah, it's
sconces.
yeah, it's the sconces. I mean, if we're going to table the last
doors?
request, that being the middle light, rather the lights on the parking lot, you might as well table.
We approved those.
We approved
We
it.
approved
There
that
were
with
enough
you.
votes.
Yes, I understand the Ecor ones, yeah, but with the
The
other
parking
lights
lot.
in the parking lot, I don't think you just tabled that, correct?
No,
No.
we approved that. We said that they could work with you
Oh,
to find
okay,
appropriate.
all
There
right,
was
I
only
understand. I
one
thought we
nay.
changed it, okay.
No.
Okay,
No, they can work with you to
sounds like a plan.
find something appropriate. We
Staff can,
table.
staff can approve the lighting.
Okay, and then we have to address the sconces on the building too, if,
Just, I was clarifying that we
Yeah.
voted to
Yeah.
approve
Yeah,
except for
that's
one.
right.
Yes. And then can we, the
sconces on the building.
sconces, since we don't have like an example, I would move that we table the sconces until we have an appropriate example and handle that with the garage door portion.
Okay.
Support.
Support? All in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Any abstention? Yes. All right, Paul, have we,
Fencing.
fencing, oh yeah, the dumb fencing.
No, two more things.
Okay, the fencing.
I move that we approve the extension of the existing fencing to the remainder
Support.
of the parking lot.
Okay, any further questions about that? Okay, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed indicate by saying no, nay. Any abstentions? Okay?
And then I move to support the installation
Oh, the
of,
famous butterfly.
as Jim calls it, the cute butterfly system.
Or a gizmo.
Yep. or gizmo.
Security as well.
Okay.
I second.
Okay, any further questions on the gizmo? Okay, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, say nay. Any abstentions?
That's it.
Have we done,
Oh, that's
yeah,
right
the-
here. Yep.
oh, yes.
Okay.
Remind me of what we're looking at here. What is the issue here?
The Vegas at the top of the center left portion of the picture, you can see I can point them out for
The
you.
sticky outy part's at the top.
4-inch pipe.
The sticky out thing's better. The sticky.
Yep, I got you. Thank
Sticky
you.
outy?
Okay, and again,
Yeah. I move that we approve repair of the existing Vegas on the building or replacement if necessary with same material, design, right, to mimic what's already there. Same design, location.
okay, support, Commissioner Clark has supported that. Any further comments? All in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, nay, and abstentions? Okay. Now what?
That's it.
Well, there's two things. We want to thank you, but we want to thank the other people here for your tolerance. This has been a marathon. We're adjourning the meeting. No. Thank you very much. And so, Paul, there to come back to see you on some issues soon, or where are you at with some of this?
We're going to, if you wish, we can approve everything that the commission, stated today.
hope he puts it in there. So
Thank you,
sweet.
thank you.
Thank you for
Thank
your
you.
ongoing
Thank you so much.
attention to the detail. We look at it daily.
For the iron fencing pieces that you're removing, are you gonna salvage those and use them somewhere? Or give them to somebody who might use them? They'd be beautiful in a garden. Yeah, window boxes. Okay. You might even auction them for some fundraising. I bet people would want to buy a piece of Casa del Rey.
Along with the doorknobs.
That's not a bad idea.
Those doorknobs.
We're taking suggestions. Also, there are two openings in the vestibule next to the fountain. We're also taking suggestions as to what to place there. So any,
Another tour.
give you ideas.
okay,
We're getting,
okay,
D2 wants to do a tour when we're ready.
okay. There will be a tour next week. It'll be from Oakland County, about 55 people to tour the building and see the progress. So thank you all for your support.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, Paul, oh, yeah,
Family go first?
it would be great. Can, Paul?
Commissioner Bales, Paul, could we allow the family with the young child to go next?
Sure, if you wish,
Yeah?
That was a nice thing to say. We're making comments of how so nice. How did you train such a baby? How did you train such a baby to be so good? How old?
We will have to amend the agenda.
That's fine.
You want to amend the agenda?
Yes, we want to amend
Do
the
you need
agenda.
a motion to amend the
Oh,
agenda
okay.
to move the family with the baby?
Commissioner Bales, do you want me to wait?
Yeah, go ahead and make it.
Commissioner Bales makes a motion to amend the agenda
To agenda amendment.
to allow the family with the young baby to go next.
Yes. Is there support?
Support.
Okay. So we have that. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Nay? Any abstentions? Okay. So this is an GM Modern Historic District one? Yes?
You are correct.
Okay, Oliver Street, a very
Yep,
special
so this is
street.
42 Oliver Street. This is a window replacement and stucco repair. So roughly, the property is located here on Oliver, roughly near the intersection with Glenwood. Another picture of the property. So roughly, the property was built in 1920. Again, located within the GM Modern Housing Historic District, and roughly it's a two-story Dutch colonial style dwelling. The dwelling does have new windows inserted, as well as stucco repair already completed. Unfortunately, they didn't get a permit, so all the work was done without a permit. And the applicant seeks to alter the following. Again, seeks approval for the replacement of all windows in the dwelling with vinyl 1/1 units. The units that were removed were 6/6 wood, true divided light windows. And I believe the original wood trim also. And the other item is to seek approval for stucco repair on the first floor of the house. So this is a picture of the house on the left, that being with the original windows in it. Again, 6/6 wood. Now, this is a picture of the existing house right now. So they're new vinyl 6/6 with interior mullions. So they're, the mullions are interior to the window panes. So that's a deviation from the original windows. And this is another picture. These are the original windows removed. The applicant did provide us with a picture. And then this is a more close-up picture of the windows. So it was trimmed out in stucco here. And then, of course, these are the new windows. Now, this is a photo of the stucco before repair, and then this is a picture of the stucco repair work. So it looks good. Again, the only thing is that a lot of the windows were either clad in trim being stucco or with aluminum. And National Park Service standards, HEC standards. So I'll just cut to the chase. So roughly, staff cannot recommend approval for the window replacement just for the fact that we have our new guidelines that we had put in place roughly 2 months ago. And this would be not acceptable based on the fact that the original windows were removed and the new windows don't mimic the look of the original windows. It's just unfortunate that the contractor didn't come into the office and actually try to pull a permit, because at that point in time, we would have indicated that, yes, you have to go in front of the commission for a review on this, but like I said, that did not occur. And then when it gets down to the stucco, you know what, it looks great. I was there roughly about a month ago, and it looks fantastic. It's a nice house, that being minus the fact that the original windows were removed. So we recommend approval for the stucco, and unfortunately, we recommend denial for the new windows. And that ends my presentation.
We give the applicant an opportunity to make comments at the podium and answer questions of the commission.
Hi, my name is Katie Romero. My mom is Juanita Otero, the homeowner. So yeah, we just weren't aware that we had to pull permits for window replacement for any like alterations for the house. So we didn't do that. So the windows are placed, and they did cost a lot of money. I don't know how we could move forward from that. So we do have our contractor here. I don't know if he would like to share some words.
The question for you? Or we, oh, go ahead.
I'm just, observing everything that's happening. So I was just told to come down here and get a solution figured out. So, we'd like to come up with a solution. So it sounds like I probably need to work with the homeowner and Paul and come up with a solution and come back next month for an approval.
Question?
Please, yes, questions?
Go ahead. You know. The windows that are in there, did you guys put them in?
Correct.
With or without approval?
Without approval.
What's your suggestion as a remedy?
Personally, I got involved in this in the last, when I talked to Paul the other day. So I'm not sure our team clearly didn't come up with the right remedy with Paul. So my suggestion is that I work with the homeowner and Paul and come up with the solution and
Right.
And get things.
And my question would be, do you intend to follow the window guidelines?
Yeah, I mean, we are not looking for, we would like to do what needs to be done to essentially make this panel and the homeowner what's needed to be done to get to that point.
Okay, Rachel?
Just some information for you that Rick always goes over, our chair goes over at the beginning of these sessions, is that we comply with the National Park Service recommendations or guidelines for historic districts and historic structures. So it's not really pleasing us. We are here to uphold standards that that are nationwide. So, and then just personally, my question for you would be, is it normal for your company to replace windows without pulling a permit?
Yeah, on this particular project, I'm not sure. Again, I came down here to come up with a solution. I'm not sure who involved didn't take the steps necessary. I don't have that information, but we would like to make things, make things right with
With your
people standing in front
customer,
of us and the
first and
customer.
foremost, your customer hired you in good faith because you're experts. And I think that a company that's hired to do windows, and that's what they do, would know what the rules are. And I think the onus is on the professional, not the homeowner here, to know a permit is necessary.
Yeah, so we're looking to take the steps to,
So I guess then we're going to be tabling this. Am I correct on that? So is there a motion to table this until next month, or at a time when Paul and the applicants can agree on that we're at a new time and space?
I'd like to table it until you guys can work out some kind of an agreement, and whatever that agreement is the part that we can say yay or nay to.
Yeah.
We don't know what the agreement is, other than if we go by the standard, these are totally wrong.
Okay.
So, I don't know where, you want me to tell you, go ahead, you're, happy-go-lucky, and realistically, I can't.
Okay,
It
yeah.
needs to follow the guideline, and you did this without a permit, which wasn't wise, but nonetheless, in hindsight, what do you do now, right?
Yeah, I mean, I do like to add those windows were like tore up. Like, there is a safety hazard. Like, we couldn't even open them. So that was the reason for our replacement. Yeah, but we will talk to Paul and see what we could do. But
See what you guys can work
if
out.
there is a solution.
Right? And then whatever you guys work out, we're going to have to approve it,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
So, I don't know,
think we're
my
there, yeah.
suggestion is we table this until you guys
Yeah, we do.
figure out
So
what you're going
we're
to
looking for
do.
a motion to table. Our normal,
Motion to table until you come up with the solution.
For both the windows and the Stoku thing, or just the windows?
For the windows.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, for the window. Is there support?
Support.
Support, Jim. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
All right.
And motion to.
Oh, did I make a mistake here?
No, then we're.
Oh,
Motion
I
to
forgot about the
approve
stucco.
The stucco, beautiful job on the stucco.
Oh, yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, thank you. Yes, a support for that?
Support.
Rachel, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Any abstentions? Thank you very much. Thank you, family, for being here for the length of time, and we appreciate it very much. I can't believe it.
With what?
It looked, I mean, if you.
By the,
Well, the other one more, the other person,
Other person, yeah.
yeah. And this is a repeat from a previous time. Okay, Paul, the final applicant, please.
the mullions are nice. When you look at this, which is shuttered in small piece, original structure, and this small trim.
I'm sorry.
And look at the trim that's been.
I know.
And then you can give it back.
How old do you think that baby was?
But if you allow it to do it here, then you have to allow it to be done there.
Yeah, probably so.
I don't know, I'm not good at that.
What the guy did, putting those in?
Yeah, no kids either.
And now
Grandkids, but
they'll have to come up with some kind of solution.
I didn't really follow it that carefully.
My solution would be to you follow the guideline. I mean, that's what we're supposed to do, right? Follow the guideline. So I don't know what else to say.
Should I sit between the two of you?
For me? No. She was talking about the windows and. She liked and disliked it. I understand.
Okay, Paul, we're
All right.
ready to rock and roll.
All right, so this is a case that you heard last month, so it's in front of you again. I'm going to sort of be very topical. The applicant's here, and he's going to, make some comments. He does have a PowerPoint that he put together. Do we have your approval to have him present the PowerPoint?
I don't have any problem with it.
Okay, all right. So, again, this is in Seminole Hills. Location is roughly Cherokee and Algonquin? Yep. So, two-story arts and craft dwelling. This is a picture of the house. Another picture of the house. Picture of the rafter tails and eaves, and then pictures of the siding of the dwelling. So what the applicant wishes to do is, his original request was to cut the rafter tails off and then sort of box in the soffit a bit. Well, my assumption right now is that you're just going to be repairing, right? Yep.
Correct. We're going to go with your
Okay.
verbiage on that.
Okay. So he's going to be repairing all of these instead of boxing them in. But when it comes to the siding, so the applicant has new siding samples for you all to look at, which we're going to hand out momentarily. And then there's, of course, the windows. So the applicant has some comments on the windows, too, so I'm not going to sort of dwell on that too much. But really what
Remind
happened
us
is...
of how
that-
many windows?
Sure.
There are 4 original windows on the primary facade that were removed. The rest were already previously vinyl. So that's kind of to come up with code for those 4 windows, or if you'd like to refer to previous precedent, this council has already. So that's what we're doing with that.
Yep, so you can see, so the original, looks like original windows on the second floor, correct? Now, they've all been removed, right? Yep. So let's just go through all the facades, so we're all be on the same page. So this window isn't going to be touched, correct? Yep. So this is vinyl, or is it fiberglass? Yep.
Vinyl, both of those were replaced prior to our
Yep.
ownership of the home.
Exactly, yep. So then, this window,
Original wood.
yeah.
Original wood, it like, in, going right to left from the corner of the house on the first floor. Original wood, you can't see it because of the perspective, but original wood, another original wood, and then the bump out has replacement vinyl.
Yeah, right here.
Replacement vinyl slider, and then another replacement vinyl, yeah.
And you're going to keep this window, right? Okay. All right. So this is the side, so you're keeping this window, right? So this window's vinyl. Now, these windows are new, aren't they?
Original, not on the primary facade.
Okay, but they've been replaced?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yep, all right. And this is vinyl too, correct?
Those were vinyl.
All right. So this window's staying, this is vinyl, and these were replaced, or? Okay, those were replaced. So there's the original windows, correct? Looks like a 6/1, right? Okay, so that's what's going on with the windows. And I can go over that again with you if you have any questions too. So again, there's vinyl windows, and then there's original windows in the house. The original windows, it looks like they were removed, and refresh my memory in relation to the vinyl windows. They were also taken out and replaced with new ones?
That is correct.
Okay, all right. So it was a hodgepodge of vinyl and original, and now roughly it's all vinyl. Let's go back to the front facade. So I haven't driven by, so are these been replaced right here too?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So they're 6/6 now? Three panels?
So we didn't put any grills into those big horizontal sliders, we didn't put any grills into them.
Okay.
They're custom, if you, like, the windows we have
Okay.
are custom, you can put whatever grill you'd like in them. We weren't sure if it would be appropriate to do like a
But they're sliders, right? The new ones are sliders, yep. So they're mimicking this, okay.
And that's what was already there. Those, you
Yep.
replaced what was there with a look that
like
was
for
what
like.
was there. Okay, there's a lot.
And,
And Paul, that might, I don't know if anybody else, to me, that might be easier, right? Like what was replaced with? Like, right, like what, because some of this already existed as a mess and like for like with.
and just to conclude, so of course, there's a siding request. So the applicant's going to go over the siding request. The original request was to remove the cedar shakes and put in, and I don't know if this is still part of the original one, but it was to put this composite material, so remove the existing shakes and put this composite material in where the shakes exist on the house. And then the other item was that they were going to put this ascend or?
Yeah, ascend.
Ascend type material. So they removed the existing wood lap siding and put this in. But then the applicant is going to explain, he has some new samples for you to look
I
at.
don't know, whack your head.
Siding examples, so he's going to sort of explain those to you. So I'm going to stop, let the applicant.
We have a lot of options. We're trying to get your guidance and kind of work through our thought process, get your input on it. I don't know, it's a hard forum, so please be patient with us.
Want to go to your PowerPoint?
Yes, please, thank you. Thank you, Paul, first of all. I'm James Manches. This is my wife, Sage Marie. We are the owner occupants of 75 Cherokee, which is a single-family occupied home. We're not renting it. It's not a site of production. We're not extracting rent from our brother and sister residents of Pontiac. Thank you, sir. For the, I guess before I get into the windows, for the eaves and rafter tails, we would like to repair or replace the existing beams, same material like for like where required, and paint to match. I hope we don't have to replace any beams, but with rot, you start picking out rot, you're gonna be 20 feet, before you know it, so. If we may, would it be appropriate to motion for that as its own thing right now?
Would you guys be okay with motioning along the way?
Sure, yeah.
Rather than.
There's just like a lot of stuff, I'm sorry.
That's fine. But I would like to just recall, we voted on this last month,
Yes.
and so refresh our
Sure.
memory
So
about
this case was in front of you last month, and really, when you get down to it, there was a window replacement of original windows, okay, as well as some of the vinyl windows, too. Then there was a request to remove all the wood lap siding on, let's call it the first floor of the house, and then the Ascend type material, which is the material right over here that I can send around again if you wish. So the Ascend type material would be used in lieu of in placement, rather, of the original lap siding. And with that, of course, you do run into problems because the skirting that is at the bottom of the house, roughly the last, 3 feet above grade, that would be gone.
Paul, I'm sorry not to
Okay.
interject, but if I may
Okay,
interject.
well, let me finish though, and then you can speak if you don't mind. So, and then the whole idea was to use the composite cedar shake horizontal siding there to replace the existing cedar shake siding roughly on the gable ends of the house and let's call it the second story of the house. So that's about it, really.
And so our vote was what?
Your vote was to table it. The applicant was requested to bring in new material or come in with a new concept.
Okay, thank you. Okay, continue. Oh, no, we're going to do the motion, yeah.
Yeah. So I move to allow for repair or replacement of the eave soffit areas and exposed roof beams purlins as an exact match to the existing feature.
Okay, is there support for that motion?
I support.
Okay. Any questions? Okay, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, nay? Okay, and what would you like to say about that, Jim?
Basically, the same thing I said last month, you know, right? You're changing that house drastically. And I don't think it does the house justice. So that's fine.
They're repairing exactly what's already there.
If that was on your recommendation,
Yeah, that-
exactly what we are proposing, actually. Jim, that was exactly your
I
recommendation.
misunderstand the proposal. I
It's
thought it
just
said you were
the,
going to
We're
replace.
just talking about the
Repair
eaves.
or replace as an
Repairing.
exact match to the existing feature.
Those rafters that are exposed. So if there's rot, they want. the
They need to be able to
ability
replace them.
rotted wood if necessary, but they're talking
It
about
passes anyway,
repairing
so it doesn't
and keeping it looking exactly as it is, but
Mhm.
with all of its structural integrity intact. However, that has to be accomplished.
Okay, I stopped by the house for half hour, took a look at them all, and I know the condition of the building, and so that's why I'm telling you, they don't need to be replaced.
Where
They just need to be resurfaced.
that's what.
So, I mean, if you're,
That's
That's
what
what-
being,
that's
if there
repair.
happens to be an odd one that needs to be replaced, that's just the wording for it. We are,
Yeah, I think they're agreeing with your assessment.
yeah, it's literally what you recommended last month.
Okay, next?
Very good. We did, okay, very good.
You're good with that part.
Yep, so we got a thing done, that's good. Window summary, okay, so currently, the new replacement windows that are in there now they were intended to be, they were ordered with the historic Muntin, right? Muntin configuration. They were meant to be 9/1, we're 9/1, 6/1, we're 6/1. Due to a clerical error at the factory, they were constructed and delivered 9/9 and 6/6. This is a regrettable mistake. We are working with the company to replace all of the double hung windows to be, the single clear sash on the bottom to get to the historic grill configuration. We want to determine which windows, if any, will be required to be replaced before we order any replacement interior grill windows. Regarding so we went through the list of windows that existed before as original on the primary facade. We were faced with this mix match of all different types and sorts and did our best to make it all the same, or continuous, I should say, similar appearance. So, which is to say, we went for between the glass grills everywhere rather than a mix match of semi-divided and between the glass grills. In reviewing HDC minutes, we found precedent from March of '24, case number there. Based on that prior historical precedent, we are seeking approval for windows with interior grills of 9/1 and 6/1 configuration on all elevations to establish continuity of the primary facades and maintain consistency between all elevations. Are we good with the slide? Do we have any questions?
Paul, do you have handy that case? So
Actually, yeah, I did look into it, and, yeah, so that's a case that was the old window guidelines. So, of course, we have our new window guidelines that were approved by the commission roughly 2 months ago, which I provided you all with a copy. So, I mean, the guidelines that the homeowners are talking about, those were actually denied by SHPO, that being the past ones. That's why we had to have new guidelines drafted and approved by SHPO. So that's, you know, I mean, I understand that you think that's a precedent, but there were the old guidelines. We have current guidelines right now, and when you get down to it, I mean, roughly, unfortunately, you still put in the windows without a permit. Now, if you would have came through the process, then building department would have stopped you and said, go talk to historic, and then I would have indicated to your contractor that has to go in front of the commission. So, I mean, when you get down to it, that's the root of the problem.
Fair enough.
And do you know what the acronym SHPO stands for? Would it help if we explained that?
Sure.
It's the State Historic Preservation Office?
Thank you.
I understand you guys are going off their guidelines. I mean, there's also the when reasonable, and you guys are our neighbors, so you understand. I mean, I don't know what that, the case before us is in the same boat, so I don't know. That aside, sorry, just personal comment. Honey, you can continue.
Okay, so in interest of, complying, we went out and got a quote for 4 new windows from the Anderson E series. This is wood with aluminum cladding on the exterior. This has been approved by the HDC in the past, for what it's worth. For 4 of those windows, the total comes to $11,000, $820. We can kind of do the math from there. You know, if the commission would require scope beyond that. Are we good here with the quote? Very good. Precedent from that case then. All good points, I think. Rather than, well, we'll go back, 12 grand to have a mix match, I guess actually, oh no, it's a different slideshow. You'll recall we had vinyl on the bump out immediately adjacent to original wood in, next to it. I think it'd look a little strange to have this mix match of between the glass grills and semi-divided light. In my comments, I've tried, or in our, go back here, I'm not putting material in here. I'm not sure if material is part of the scope. I think the enforceable thing we're talking about here is, does the commission require semi-divided lights, or are interior grills acceptable? There we are with the windows. Actually, let's get back here to the motion.
If you want to, but I would look at your guidelines, page 2. So, for when replacing non-historic windows, so we're talking about the vinyl windows in your dwelling, the new unit can either duplicate the appearance of the existing window, okay, or with HCC approval, it may replicate the missing historic windows. So this gives you a sort of a what do I want to call it, a deviation, okay, where you can make a determination about the vinyl windows and say, hey, you're fine with those, the new ones going in there, or you can say, hey, you know what, we want those vinyl windows to be removed, and windows, replicating the original windows in the structure to be installed. So that's, that's in here. And it also says here with the new windows this is another portion of it. This is regarding the original windows that were removed. That's where, the commission sort of is given the purview that let me go here really quick. The recommended windows, that being the original one, well, the commission is more or less saying that they can only approve the repair of those windows, okay, not the removal. If you go to the next page, number 2, the acceptable portion here, that's where you get that branch off where if the house does have existing non-historic windows, that's where you can make a determination on that. But in this case, I mean, obviously the original windows were taken out without a permit and no purview from the HDC. So, I mean, you're going to have to make a determination on that if you feel that that's sufficient, which based on our guidelines, I mean, no permit, nothing like that, it's hard to make. Because when you get down to it, this is really what should have occurred. I mean, your window contractor, not you guys, but your window contractor should have came in to the city and came and saw the building department, then went through the whole review process, because I would have given she or he the guidelines, so they would have understood that they have to go in front of HDC and have this conversation. I would also have to get pictures of each individual window listing all the issues with it. But in essence, I mean, based on SHPO guidelines, I mean, if there's an original window in there, SHPO really states that, as well as National Park Service, that they should be repaired. And if they're in such disrepair, like there's been a fire, they fell out or something like that, that's where we can sort of start looking at the recommended portion. So, yeah.
Having
Mr.
said all
O'Connor?
of that, should we?
Please, go ahead, please.
Do you really want a ruling on that? Because if we rule on it, that means to come before us again, you pay another application fee. And we would not want to do that to you?
Well, could we do?
Do you want to table
Like-
and work with Paul a little bit?
No, I'd prefer not to do that. Could I? Well, okay. Are we able to? Yeah, it's a tough one. Because what are you saying? You'd approve only semi-divided the whole house?
No, I'm saying based on our guidelines, I'm just reading from them, and that's where it's not me, it's the commission has that purview to either decide if they want to stick with the guidance within this document, okay, which says that, and I'll read it again. So, when replacing non-historic windows, the new unit can either duplicate the appearance of the existing window, okay, or with HDC approval, it may replicate the missing historic window, okay? We're talking about replacement. Whereas when we talk about replacing an original window that occurred here, I mean, that's where you have to make a determination, is it acceptable, recommended, or not recommended? So it's kind of difficult.
You want my 2 cents?
Sure.
Being you did this without approval and really didn't understand the guidelines well, what you've done so far is, to me, just unacceptable, really. And I know it's going to cost you some money, right? But how do I tell the guy next door it's okay for you to do it and him not? You know what I mean? I mean, in fairness to you and the neighbors and everybody else, it'll bellyache and yada, yada, yada. if you follow the guidelines as established, none of this would have transpired, right? And so it's beyond tough luck. It was just a poor choice.
Sure.
So I don't know
Yeah, I
what to
mean-
tell you other than it doesn't really comply with,
Can I have clarification then on like what is the recommendation for us to comply? Is it just table and work with Paul? 'Cause-
I guess, so if we, can I just do one?
Yeah,
There's
no,
one
no,
part,
definitely.
this is, you guys know my brain, this is where I get, commission's focus will, or commission's review will focus on the number of existing original windows in the dwelling, the location of the modern windows, and how close the modern windows mimic the look and feel of the original windows. And this is where I have a hard time is, and that's why I was kind of trying to do
No,
the
thank you.
count, right? Because a lot of what was there had already
That is, yeah.
been replaced. Second floor is a different deal because that looks like that was almost all original in the picture. So in my mind, in that situation, right, like we're looking to repair or mimic what was there. That doesn't allow any leeway at all in my mind. Bottom part, you had a hodgepodge. I don't know how many original windows were replaced. That's my, like my hang up when the original windows were just replaced. The vinyl ones, right, then we should be trying, what was already replaced, I'm sorry, I'm going in circles here. What was already replaced, if you were re-replacing, should have matched the original windows. If that, does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, bad old vinyl windows match existing wood original windows.
Okay.
When you were doing the
Meaning-
replacement.
I'm
Did
sorry,
you want us
so
to get wood?
meaning
windows?
No, no.
semi-divided light
The
required
look
or
mimic, right?
the
Look
That's-
and
internal
feel.
grill
The-
pattern mimicking?
That was the idea
Right.
originally.
Is that based, did anybody disagree with?
I want to clarify, help you clarify it a little bit maybe. The confusion is in
There's
what
been a
you
whole-
can replace in the house with new windows are windows that are like the original. And what you've done is not that.
No.
Okay, so
No.
that's where the issue for me comes in. You can use a replacement window if you can't fix the original, but it needs to mimic the original window. Does that make any more sense here?
Let's continue going around the horn here. Rachel, you've heard these two discussion points. Where's your brain right now?
So that window inventory and condition report that Paul referenced, that's super important because then we have a clear idea of how many windows are impacted. We can see them in situ. We can see where they're located on the house, close up, whether or not they're repairable. Because yes, we go by the house, but you don't want us crawling through your bushes looking in windows to try and assess condition. That's just creepy. It looked to me like on the first floor, those banks of the 4 double hungs that are together that are shorter probably are above built-ins on the inside so that they look cohesive. It's not as much of a hodgepodge as it might seem from the outside. The proportions, I said it last time, the proportions of the original window being more of that 1/3, 2/3 divide is really important for the architectural style of the house.
Are you
Yeah.
suggesting then this to be tabled?
No,
What are you
I'm
suggesting?
saying if I had to make a ruling tonight, I wouldn't approve this.
You wouldn't approve it,
Just to
okay.
be really clear, I
Okay,
would be
that's
a
right.
no.
And Jim, just being right on point, would you approve it or not approve it?
Definitely not approve it.
And Jen, would you approve it or not approve it?
I couldn't make a decision because like
You
I
don't
said,
have more information.
I still don't know
Okay.
what was already replaced, what's been re-replaced, and
Yeah,
what's
so
original.
it was sort of a table thing.
Right.
Yeah, we'll continue going around.
Yeah, Commissioner Bales, I think, so one, again, I know the new window guidelines are out there. I think the commission has to take some responsibility as well at some point in terms of like, again, this is a pattern we're seeing where contractors aren't aware, nobody's aware. Like, we just keep butting our heads up against this. People aren't pulling permits. I think, again, like, just, we gotta up the ante, I think, in general, in Pontiac, in terms of communicating these things, right? It's just, it's a bummer that this is happening to another homeowner in our district because of lack of communication. You know, they didn't pull permits, I get it. I mean, you drive around town, the stuff going on that's not permitted is wild, right? Like, it's just a thing that is happening in town. And I think we need to take a little responsibility for that as well. I don't want to throw it back on the homeowner as, you know, yes, you guys are responsible for pulling permits, understanding where you live, understanding the systems that are in place to keep this from happening. That didn't happen, so here we are. I guess I would lean towards it seems like the homeowner's making a good effort of doing the right thing as best as they possibly can. In terms of, they've reached out to a manufacturer, they're trying to fix the mistakes that were made with the windows that are already in. I appreciate that. That's a lot more than most people are willing to do. And so I start to lean towards the yes for approval, that like, I don't want to set that precedent, but I think where we are with this project, moving forward, I think there's a lot of work that needs to be done to the house. And so I think in good faith, the homeowner is trying to do the best they can. And so that's where I stand.
Thank you. Your comments, sir.
I agree exactly with him. I believe we need to develop some kind of a policy, maybe a purchaser's information pamphlet for all these contractors. If he's right, we're running into the same problem every meeting I come here with these windows. So, I'm not sure how to vote on this with the federal guidelines in place, but I'd imagine I'd go with the homeowner. They have tried to fulfill and do the best they can on this. And
I hear your comments. So where are we at here? We've got a couple here and a couple there, and
I have a question.
yeah.
Would, if we, and I know we don't want to, right? Like, you want to get moving. So I don't know if it would be possible to move on to the siding. And Paul, I don't know if this is something that is acceptable because of Open Meetings Act. Would, as a commission, it be possible to go to the house to look?
We actually invited Fernando over. He lives down the street. And
We'd love to have all you over.
This is kind of why we have this PowerPoint. We're trying to come to you. There's a lot of work.
That's why, if we
that
go
needs
to the house and
yeah.
everybody's there and we can, like, again, my problem is, this says that
Yeah.
if stuff has already been replaced.
I totally understand. We've
is
made
that something
mistakes.
that
I
would
don't want to
We would have
continue.
to, we would have to have a meeting at the house, so the chair would have to open it, then we'd have to have a quorum, and then we'd have to, walk around the dwelling.
We could have
and
that
then have a meeting there, and
outside
then
of our
close it.
normal
Right.
meeting time.
Could we set a special meeting for the, assuming, I'm just going to say.
What is the
Yeah,
regulations about a
I don't think
special
we can
meeting?
do a special meeting because we'll have to charge you $2,500.
Oh, gosh.
So,
No, thank you. That's
I
a wonderful
think,
idea.
but I think that, I mean, if you want to continue, you want to table it and continue the meeting at the dwelling in the next few weeks, prior to the September meeting, I think that's fine.
Well, that sounds okay.
Like I said, we're gonna have to, notice it on our website, as well as the chair's gonna have to open the meeting. We're gonna have to have, quorum, and then we're gonna have to close it up. And we may have people from the,
Are you okay with
And we're gonna have to get a document from you notarized stating that you don't have an issue with any of us entering the property, and if anything occurs, then we're not held liable for any incident.
Sure.
So we'll have to get that notarized like as soon as possible.
Is that just for the commission or the neighbors?
Well, that's the whole
They
walk
thing.
by and
If
see
it's a public
everything
meeting, then, it's gonna be neighbors too, so.
So anybody-
that- We're gonna have to
anybody.
probably talk to the law department about this too, to make sure they're fine. But, and if you wanna go that way,
So I would entertain a motion
that's fine.
to table.
May we burn through the,
And that's just,
Yeah.
that was just a proposal for the windows, and then we keep going with the rest
Yeah.
of the stuff
yeah,
to address
because
it.
my other, like, basically, I want to leave here, or my intention was to leave here with a shopping list of what we're,
Absolutely.
where we're coming in at. What would be awesome is, same windows everywhere, interior grills everywhere, and basically.
We could give you an answer today, but before we move on, I just want to speak to the issue with the contractors and the lack of permits. I looked at other historic district commissions to see what happens when work is done without permits, and in some cities, there is a fine.
Yep.
And that's
make 'em-
something that if we start penalizing people for not pulling permits, maybe that would have an impact and get contractors' attention.
Detroit does have a hefty, hefty fine. I can research what other communities do, but I mean, Detroit has I think it's several $100s a day until the work is, so.
And also, I do think that the contractors who are doing this work without permits bear the significant responsibility for what the homeowners are then faced with. And something about this process doesn't sit right. What can we do? And I don't think that we have the power to do this. This is the city that needs to do it. We can make a recommendation or a demand, which I'm willing to do.
I think probably the best thing would be through the chair, or the vice chair, or whomever is anointed, let's say, that they email the director and state that, possibly we should have a new mailer like we did with our town hall. We mailed out every historic property owner a notice for that town hall. I mean, we could do that again if you wish. I mean, the director does have that purview to make that
The
determination.
director of the planning department?
Huh?
Yeah.
Commissioner Bales, and I think it's not just like doing it again, but doing it consistently. And we understand when construction season sort of ramps up around here, right? Like, not a lot of contractors are replacing windows or siding in the dead of winter. So like, being timely with those
Like
flyers, or with
seasonally?
the communication, that like,
Okay.
it should just be a reoccurring thing, right? Like year in, year out, just it happens automatically, so that new homeowners, new contractors working in the city.
The only thing to remember is, I think that mailing cost like $10,000 for the town hall. So, I mean,
For the what?
it's a bit expensive. But I understand that, and I like the seasonality portion of it, so, but like I said, I think it should be an email. If you want to send it to me, I can send it to the director and she'll make a determination.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah, good discussion. Now, so.
So we're tabling this one?
Huh?
So we're tabling it
Yeah,
so
we're
that we can
tabling
go to a date at the dwelling for another meeting?
Yep.
Okay, all right.
So do I need to make them, you
Should,
want to make a motion?
should we hold the motion to table the entire meeting until the,
So what do you want to say about the siding first, before we make that motion?
yeah, I think, because you may want to do the same thing on the siding,
Yeah.
right?
Let's table the whole thing?
No, just, let's move on to the siding right now, right?
Exactly, exactly.
If you wish, yep.
Okay, so, yeah, basically, as I was asking the installer for, quotes 12 different ways and so on and so forth, he's realizing, okay, the type of siding used may be controversial. He provided me with 2 photos from jobs that they had done. The installer had done this one with Ascend, this one with the Hardy plank, product. So the Hardy Plank is, staff approvable for, staff approval for wood, no big deal. The Ascend, is what we are seeking approval for now. Our reason for going after it was essentially I'm going to show my ignorance here, shadow line, I guess. I'm talking about how the light hits the material based on the, reveal of each board. It's I would say, very comparable between these two products. That's kind of where we were coming from with this. It's not.
You're describing the visual texture.
Exactly. Thank you.
Trying to help.
I tried to paint this picture verbally last time. My words failed me. Hopefully this is a clear representation of the information. So Ascend was the first sample we passed around. At the top, the requirements, so the lap siding on the house today, it's 5-inch board width, it's got sawn texture because it's cedar wood, it's installed with mitered corners, and the bottom, has skirting, it flares out 2.5 inches max on the bottom 3 boards. So we took this back to the installer. Okay, first of all, the Ascend only comes in 7-inch width, so that doesn't meet there. It is available with texture. Mitered corners we are unable to do with the Ascend. When we applied last month, we did not know this. We pushed the installer on it, and he is okay with installing the Ascend with the skirting on the bottom. Hardy Plank, I believe, is what's referred, generally recommended for, wood siding replacements. Hardy Plank is available in the 5-inch reveal on the boards. Comes with is available with the sawn texture. Mitered corners, and I should say, our installer do a decent volume of business. They were able to go to the James Hardie Corporation to inquire about this. I understand the James Hardie Corporation will send a product expert to the job site to help them with the install. Anyway, so we've beaten them up about the mitered corners. Long story short, the normal Hardy Plank, the way you install it is with a corner post trim piece, which is to say it would not have the mitered corners. The Hardy Plank can do the skirting. Now, if the mitered, fiber cement board that can be installed with mitered corners gets us up into kind of the next tier of fiber cement product. That's the Hardie Artisan Lap. That's not available in a 5-inch reveal, but it does come in a 6-inch. It's only available currently with a flat board, so it wouldn't have that sawn texture to it. It gets us the mitered corners, and it gets us the skirting. So that was the thicker sample, which we passed around.
Can you reiterate too why you're looking to replace?
Yeah, I should. Little more context, right? Basically, as many of you are familiar with, a lot of these older historic homes, they don't always appraise. You can't always get a mortgage, right? There's, a lot of issues with these older homes. We had, steam boiler system that was leaking and, eventually became beyond replacement. It would have needed complete replacement of all the pipes, the boiler, et cetera, et cetera. We couldn't do that. So it's a hard pill to swallow. It's a big job to kind of, modernize the interior mechanical and insulate and dry in a structure like this, but we are undertaking that task. So we've done the inside mechanical updates to get the system to, or, you know, the house to function as a closed system. We are looking to replace the siding specifically so that we can address any issues with the sheathing of the house and add a home wrap product to code for weather resistive barrier, and as well as fresh siding on the outside to prevent ingress of water into the wall cavities. On this slide, we have 2 updated quotes from the installer. I should say we took back the requirements regarding window trim installation. The home previously from the vinyl window replacement that had been done before our ownership of the home, we didn't know how bad it was until we got the new stuff in there, and that crew, the previous crew to ours, did a real hack job, and you know, the trim underneath, well, okay. So the previous crew did their best to mimic the original window trim, but it's in like aluminum flashing, right? Custom bent aluminum flashing. Paul brought it to our attention that this is unacceptable, you know, can't go back on the house like that. Therefore, we are recreating the original trim with new boards. We currently have it quoted with hardy trim board. If natural cedar is required, it's a 10 grand hit to either of the costs here. So you can see the work scope description for these, I should say, these prices are for the siding alone. It's not windows, anything like that. And it's not for paint either. So we got removal of the existing siding, new OSB sheathing, home wrap with taping, flashing, et cetera, to code for water resistant barrier. On the left here, we're doing Ascend with the poly shakes, hardy trim board for the window trim. This will be installed with skirting, but it has the straight 90, you know, corner trim, not mitered corners. That's.
Can you help me on this? Why do we have to vote on this now versus tabling and visiting your house in the next week or two?
You've got a nicer projector.
Yeah, it's something you guys can think about, if anything, while you're all here, but if you just want to call it a day, that's.
To be honest with you, it's a lot of information. It would be in your good, best interest, my recommendation, have us come look at the house, and then it's easily explained.
Sure, we'd love to have you.
I just a suggestion, you know, when you're standing there looking at it, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yes or no. Not real hard. To go through an elongated process like this, you have to understand the material well, and I'm not so sure that all of us do. But if you're standing there next to the building, it makes a whole lot more sense, right?
Sure.
And then it won't cost you an arm and a leg, right? And everybody can see exactly what you're doing, right? And it'd probably be in your best interest.
Sure.
Okay. So I just.
So if we just a question, if we went there for an hour, would we be able to accomplish everything that is before us in a visit? Or so?
Probably. I guess I'll add too, like a mock-up goes further than an image, right? And further, I think, than a visit to look at the existing condition, but a mock-up of, hey, here's what we're thinking of doing with this exact material. Yeah, again, I wish there was like a neighborhood coalition that could get together and work on this stuff. But, you know, a quick afternoon with, you know, one of us handy people with a saw, we could mock something up that would replicate what you're intending to do. I think would go even further than looking at what's existing. So.
With that in mind,
I'd give you a hand making one,
There you go.
okay? It's not a big deal. We can put a sample laid up next to the wall, all right? Which is a
where we're at.
good idea, and you probably need a hand doing that, yada, yada, yada. I'm 2 blocks away, and, it's not a big deal.
Sure, sure.
I'm more than happy to help you.
And we appreciate that.
I have a quick question. Have you looked at just, and I haven't looked at the house up close, do you know what percentage of the wood siding, I know, like we've seen in the photos, like there's quite a bit of damage to some of it. How, is it 60% that's damaged, 75?
Piecemeal, then at that point, I mean, you're taking everything down, siding it, and then now we have,
Yeah.
we're in 10 years, we're in the same situation where then half the boards are in the same, so I don't,
Yeah, and I suppose if I may.
I was just just in general curious,
Yeah.
like, because if you're already talking 75%
that's
of the
kind of
wood
our logic as well,
is
so.
already at the point of needing to be
And also
replaced.
that process is obviously.
but let's wait until, we have to wait till we get there to make that
Right.
assumption.
When you're
So-
standing in front of it, it's easy to understand. When I looked at it the other day, I could give you my opinion, but it wouldn't be fair to the rest of these folks. It's better to have them come look.
Sure.
So I'm going to bite my lip and not say anything.
Well, and I'd also like to add the point, the primary facade is not the one that gets all the sun, so that side, front of the house looks a lot better than the other side of the house, so.
Well, we need to consider all sides of the house, right?
Right.
Yeah, so primary, secondary, doesn't make any difference. The same rule applies.
So I would, we had one table already, did we already have the table?
No, we didn't, we were waiting to the siding.
Okay, okay, so I'm looking for a motion here. And essentially, that the applicant and Paul get together. We understand there's some legal, maybe some sort of procedural things that he has to work out. But if you would, between now and our September meeting, make this happen.
Yeah, I think we're going to probably have the site meeting in the next few weeks, my assumption, before the September one. That's what you're requesting?
Yes, please.
Okay. So my question to you all would be, at the continuation of our meeting in a week or two at the site, I mean, did you want to make a decision, or did you want to have them come back in September and then make a decision? So that's something that, you might want to think about, not now, but just think about while we go to that meeting at their house in the next 2 weeks or so.
I would say, Commissioner Bales, I think at the meeting at the homeowner's house, there's a potential we could make a decision. So I would be okay with that if we have consensus and quorum. If anybody else opposes, agreed? Okay.
Okay,
So I guess, can I make the motion then?
please.
Commissioner Bales, I make a motion to table the decision on the vinyl window replacement and the siding replacement until we meet at the property address and discuss further.
Is there support for that motion?
Second.
Jen, okay. Any further questions? All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye?
Aye. Opposed, nay. Abstentions? Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Paul, is there anything else that we need to talk about?
Yep, we have 2 more items.
Oh, what are they? We're
Sure.
tired.
Well, the quick one is 108 Lawrence. So, as you know, that was 2 months ago, and the commission tabled the door portion. Okay, that's within the Franklin Boulevard Historic District. So that's that 1840s. I want to call vernacular type house. So you tabled it because the applicant put in modern doors, and you indicated that you wished him to provide some samples of historic doors that may be going in the facade. So I'm going to pass this around really quick. I'm starting with Jen, and so you can take a look at it. Make a determination on it. If you think that when these doors are suffice for him to come into the meeting next month? Or do you still feel that, he needs to provide new examples? Yeah, what he did is, he removed, yeah, so he removed doors and put replacement doors in, roughly steel doors with a half dome type, very common at Home Depot, Lowe's, and Menards. So we put those in most of the facades of the dwelling. So it was the commission's recommendation that you table it and that he provides you all with new samples of historic doors. So that's really what he dropped off. And, since we're having a lot of meetings lately and we're tabling a few things, so I just wanted to get your perspective on this because, if you feel that those aren't compliant, then, we could either have the meeting in September and then you can make your decision if you want to deny it or approve it, or do you feel that he still needs to provide better samples?
One of them's an interior door. It's a kitchen door. Not even exterior.
Probably from the 30s or late 20s. Yeah, you're right.
The other one, maybe. He doesn't, I don't.
If you feel that there's a door of interest that I could update him on, that possibly if he could purchase other doors that look like that, then he can come back to the commission and then put those doors in hand, and you can make your determination at that point in time. We can do that also. It's whatever your purview is.
The four-panel door is appropriate looking, and they did make exterior versions of it, so it would depend on the thickness. And which isn't there, and even the heights don't seem to match up with door heights.
I've been chasing him for probably 6 weeks, and he finally submitted something because I told him that we have to have something soon because it's not good to table things for roughly 2 months. We need to move on our decisions.
How many things in here? Most of them
It's
seem
just all the
the
doors
same.
that were there before. Most of it is.
Okay, thank you.
That, like I said, the first 2 pages.
Keep in mind what he did is whatever he wanted to.
Oh, I'm aware, yeah.
Okay. I mean,
So what is the sense so far of the three of you?
Of what, this kind of door?
Yeah, this door thing, this question he has.
Ridiculous.
Huh? Okay,
Mine,
so
ridiculous.
what would be your recommendation
The
then?
four-panel door is fine, it's
It's fine.
appropriate if it's truly an exterior door.
Yeah,
If he's trying to put up an interior door,
yeah, that's not,
and the price that I saw listed is $65, that's an interior door.
yeah, that's,
Square peg, round hole?
yeah.
Well, it won't hold up. It just won't hold up.
It doesn't have the glue.
So what is your motion, folks?
Well, we didn't, there's no motion. We didn't,
We don't do anything.
we didn't put it, advert it. So I'm just passing this around to figure out if there's a door that you feel is fine, and I could update the applicant on a door or a doors.
The first door is an exterior door.
Correct.
And you might be able to get it to fit. The other door is definitely an interior door. And, hello.
Okay,
Okay, so you're,
any further questions? Okay,
Single ply.
go for it.
so,
That's what's there.
so what door do you, the first one? Okay, so you're looking,
Let's go
so
with
if
the
he could
first one.
replace the door with the first one,
Okay.
then that's a 6-panel door, right? Two rectangulars and 6 rectangulars and two square, right? Okay.
This door work?
All right.
Does this door work?
So,
We're saying this.
Do we have another thing to do?
yep, so I'll tell the applicant that if he provides the first one, that's something that the commission will be making a decision on in September.
We're taking now. So
I would say that would look like an original, probably, to the
I'd be fine with the first door, second door.
Or did you want me to scan a copy and I can send it out to you guys tomorrow? Okay, so the first door? Okay, all right.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay, next,
Yes.
final thing.
final thing.
Paul, pretty quickly, do we have a proper motion?
I believe we didn't we?
I don't know if we've wrapped, did we wrap? I don't think we
It's been
actually.
a while since I did mountain line, I'm not sure.
We take,
I
well,
don't think we actually.
okay, well, let's do one.
If you adjourn the meeting and then come back at my house and then end the meeting there, that's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, did we table it to just go there with the legal requirements? And did we vote on that?
We did.
We did vote on that?
It's an interior.
We did?
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember if we actually voted on it.
Yep.
Yes, I seconded, so.
I called
All right,
the motion.
thank you.
Yep.
Oh, go ahead, Paul.
So, yep, so this is just a follow-up. I provided these comments in my packet. What I did is I highlighted the the additions. Now, Commissioner Clark, you did email me about, Ann Arbor, yep. So, I mean, I can add those too if you wish.
Just a couple.
Yeah.
And this seemed like not a bad idea.
Okay.
There might be things we'd want to include.
Okay, all right. So what we added for call staff, exterior lighting, paint brick, stone masonry, install new storm doors, screen doors, new doors, garage doors, security doors, store windows. I just put store windows because, we need to have our downtown guidelines anyway, but we should at least pack it in a bit until we get those. So that's for call staff. Nothing new on here. You asked me to change. Now, go ahead with your project if nothing really you changed on here. It's pretty basic. So, work items the staff of Pontiac HCC Commission can approve. So, re-roofing of an asphalt roof with new asphalt shingles provided that the shingles are dimensional or install composite cedar shake roofing material. Staff can only approve like-to-like replacement of material or composite cedar shake shingles if multiple roof layers are visible. Staff cannot approve the request. Replacement of the fabric of existing canvas awnings provided that the new canvas awning is not plastic or vinyl coated or does not appear to be so, and where the color is appropriate, this is a new addition, where color is appropriate to the trim colors on the building, the new awning shall complement the color of the building, okay? Reconstruction of existing porches and stoops, provided the materials, location, design match the existing materials, roof pitch, length, width, location, design, or are historically accurate for the style of the building. Staff may only approve composite porch materials if they mimic the features to be replaced. Staff may only review like-to-like requests, monolithic slab or stone pavers, etc. Reface signage, actually, that's a big one. Reface signage for existing buildings or ground-mounted signage. Staff cannot approve new signs, locations on a parcel or building. If the sign is located within the downtown area, it always has to be reviewed by HCC if it's in the historic district. Remember, there are buildings downtown that, aren't historic, but in this case, we're saying everything historic really should go in front of you because we don't have a DDA and we have to have a review process on that, okay? The minute we get a DDA, then that's different. That's about it. Did you want to dwell on it for the next meeting or did you want to comment?
Did any of you digest all that?
I know, went quick. I
I
apologize.
only have one question for you, really. The small building shed configurations that you were going to allow staff to approve.
Yep.
Was the square footage less than 300 square feet?
200.
So a 10 by 20.
roughly.
Is 200 square feet,
Yep.
which is a one-car garage.
And the only reason why I said that is because planning staff can approve up to 200 square feet. If it's over 200 square feet, that's something the building department's going to have to approve. So I sort of went it with, the zoning guidelines with that. Of course, we saw that one shed over on Mary Day, I think, and there was that comment by the commission that, why is this in front of us? It's just a shed. Now, if we're talking about a garage, that's different. You see, that's why I said shed. If it's a garage, that's where it does have to be reviewed by you. Actually, you're going to be seeing a large garage in a standalone historic district probably next month.
So do you want to approve it as presented, or where are you at, folks?
I guess,
There were amendments. I thought there was.
Actually, we do have to add those from Ann Arbor.
We approve today and then submit a revision for approval.
We can if you wish. That's not a problem.
Rules about that?
Nope, you can make a decision tonight, and then we can amend it the following months. It's up to you.
Because I'm just thinking about the time of year, and it's been brutally hot now, but people are going to start wanting to move fast. And
Yeah.
if it's like roofs are starting to come to you,
Yep.
holding those up would be.
Get it done.
Yep.
Okay, is there a motion to approve? Okay.
As presented.
Okay, and Rachel's second. Any further discussion? All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay? I'd like to go over this at some point with you, Paul, in your office afterwards. There was too much. Just for an old guy like myself, this is way too long a meeting, too many things for me to digest in one night. And this went on, that last section. I had shut down by then. So it just doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. I think a couple hours or something, I don't know how we do it.
Hopefully, the guidelines for staff approval will help with
Yeah.
this. Some of those things, I think,
Yeah.
could have just
Yeah.
been approved.
Yeah.
a lot of this stuff can get taken off our plate if we
Yeah.
just have a standard established for a lot of this.
Yeah, that's
Which
right.
is really what I've been barking about
Yeah,
since
no,
I started this thing 2 years ago. If we establish minimum standards, make it easy for the city, and anything that gets crazy, then we'll look at. And I think that's what Paul's suggesting. And,
No,
I
that's
don't know,
right.
I don't have a problem giving up the reins if it's simple.
Okay. Are we there? Are we about ready
really, I mean, it's
to ride
just-
off into the sunset?
Yep.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
I second.
All in favor? Let's continue on.
Hold on.
Let's have breakfast here.
Is it a
we're,
recess?
we're recessing the 75 Cherokee to the site.
Oh, that's right. Thank you.
Sort of do.
I make a motion that we recess 75 Cherokee until we can do a site visit. We'll continue the meeting so we don't adjourn.
I second.
Yeah, yay,
All in favor?
yay.
Aye.
Aye.